In how many countries you have executed like the print campaigns?
Like close to 20 or little more.
I don't think any other print production house must have done more than this.
And Bangkok is second home, so that's.
How many times you have traveled to Bangkok?
Let's not go there.
By the way, we have Mr. Sunil Lade today. Producer, creative producer, photographer.
सब बोल दी हो की जरूरत क्या है?
How do you
अरे बंद कर दो. We are such a hugely populated country. It doesn't burn your pockets. So the daylight starts at like 4:30, 4:45 is the sunrise, and then sunset at 9. And no one can work that long.
Yeah.
So they crack this beautiful thing of shift.
I get to meet a lot of youngsters, a lot of Gen Zs, applications coming from all the prestigious, I won't name the institutes, like the good ones, good institutes. I took 3 interviews. After 3 interviews, I ripped off the CVs. I shouldn't have done it, but I was pissed as hell.
You know nothing. Are you blaming the school for not
Both.
learning?
Both. So we have a special guest today. Well, everybody is special in a way. But how is it different with you? Like, how did we meet? By the way, we have Mr. Sunil Lade today. Producer slash creative producer slash most interesting slash photographer. Partner at Citrus Fashion Networks, based out of Bangalore. Amazing chap, amazing friend, more of a mentor at times, but one of those people from the fraternity जिनके साथ हम आराम से 1.5 घंटा 2 घंटा फ़ोन पे बात करते हैं, right? चलो अब आप अपने बारे में बताओ पहले तो.
सब बोल दी हो की जरूरत क्या है? अरे बंद कर दो.
Tell us about you, like how did you enter in this industry?
Good question. So basically I'm an MBA graduate. तो न्यूजीलैंड में था, काम कर रहा था. Then I had to come back for some family things. 2008, everyone knows it's recession. Then recession started, no jobs. The salary was going down every week, not even a month. Then I had offers for like 12 lakhs. At one point it became like 3 lakhs a year. Then I decided, fuck, I'm gonna wait. Then joining a company at 3 lakhs. Max, you know Max. Max has been my friend from college, my drinking buddy. So I met him in the pub and then.
But studied in the same college?
No, fuck no. It's like, Max is not brainy, like I am brainy, so. So we studied, we met in Purple Ace, which is an ex-great bar, or a pub in Bangalore, one of those cult pubs, rock pubs. And then, so I was in Hyderabad and he was in Bangalore. And obviously after a point, your savings start disappearing very fast, especially when you're drinking every day and doing things. And then after maybe like 6 months, then I had a couple of jobs, offers in Bangalore. So I used to come and crash in Mac's place. And then it was like a year plus, and then I had no job. So basically I was a bum, like jobless, who had an MBA and education as well as experience, but no jobs. Max just started Citrus, not even Citrus, we just started doing fashion events and stuff. So he had a shoot for Nike with Indian cricketers.
Okay.
And then his assistant, who was helping him, Jay, so he had some family issue and he left. And Max needed some help. And so first question is like, Max is like, oh, I have a shoot tomorrow, can you help me? I said, how much are you gonna pay me? Because abhi to savings to nahi hai. And free I can't stay more than like 6 months, right? How long can you stay? Then he said, yeah, I'll pay you whatever stuff. And then I asked what's the job is. It's like, no, you need to just talk to cricketers, just keep them company basically. So, came from New Zealand, so I had that accent, long hair,
Yeah.
bindas, like, you know.
I've seen one of the pictures.
So basically it's like I didn't have any responsibility. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So job becomes easy when you don't have responsibilities. You can do fuck things, but no one can blame you or no one can question you. So my job was basically just talk to cricketers, keep them happy, and they just finished a trip from New Zealand.
Okay.
The fast bowlers, I can't remember the names of the cricketers, been ages. So they finished tour from, I think they played for India in New Zealand, and then they came. And so basically the funny story is basically, so they all went to my ex-girlfriend's house for lunch. So my ex-girlfriend was in New Zealand.
Okay.
And
okay.
Yeah, and then, so her mom was basically the Indian community head.
Okay.
And then, so
In New
she
Zealand.
invited the cricketers or whatever, some connection happened, and then they all were at my place. Basically, it was my place at one point of time. So we just started talking, and then one of the guys said, "Oh, we were in Auckland." I said, "Oh, where in Auckland?" And it's like, "Oh, some Mount Roskill." I was like, "Fuck, where in Mount Roskill?" And then they're like, the names and everything came out, and then I said, "Shit, that's what it was." And then we had a crack, and then laughs and stuff. Shoot went on pretty well because there was that common thing, to talk to, and I used to play cricket a long time back, so there was that connection. And Max being Max, like a charmer, shoot went on well. After 3 days, we had something called analysis. The first analysis is called Max, and this is like you negotiation with this. And that was a big campaign. At that point, it was a big campaign.
But it's a huge brand.
Huge brand, but then I think they lost way over a period of time. But then it was very big in 2009. So Max is like an engineer, there's almost coming, and then, okay, oh, can you help?
How much you pay?
How much are? So basic question was that, how much are you paying, or how many days are you drinking with you? Oh, how many
You paying people together.
Basically, he was paying the jobless.
Yeah.
So then I met, I think the first shoot, I think Amitabh Kabe shoot, and Sharon Naik was a creative director, Gautam Kabe was styling. So I met all of them, and then Abdul, no responsibility again, it's just fun, and it will just talk to people, arrange things. That was fun shoot, we had 3 days shoot, then we had Tanish campaign. So after maybe like a week or 10, I can't remember the frame, but it was there. So then me and Max we finished Tanish. Then there's quite a bit of inquiries coming in. Then Citrus started. And when Max was
So Citrus started after that.
no, Citrus actually was started in 2009, just before I joined. Max started, but then I just maybe like 2008 he started. I think 2009 is where I started working. 2009 August 16 was my first day. Then like 16th or 21st, one of those days. And then we had jobs. Then was the funniest thing is I actually applied for News Web to go back because this is my job, and my previous company said you can come back for work. And we are perfect. Yeah, that's so. Applied for visa. It took 6 months. It was taking 6 months to. Then Max said, "Yeah, you're here. Why don't you try for 6 months?
Yeah.
And then we'll see where it.
Yeah.
If you don't like after 6 months, then you can fly back. If you like, let's think about it."
Okay.
Then my parents were like, happy because
You're clear.
I had job.
Yeah.
And so that's not here. They had
That should go. Okay.
yesterday. अभी तो चलो ठीक है बंदा कमा रहा है actually. So yeah, then it was 6 months. Then we picked up a lot of jobs. Bangkok happened. All this stuff happened. And then there's a little seriousness because I'm a 100% guy. I give 100% to anything I like, or 100% anything I dislike. So I was
That's
always been like that. So then the 6 months. Then I don't know. I think it's not even 6 months. I think probably like 2 months, 3 months down the lane. Then we decided like, let's join hands and then become. And cut to it's been 15 years.
Nice.
Yeah, probably happy where we are. Probably, I don't know. Sometimes I blame the beer I had first time with Max. My life would have been different.
Yeah.
Could have been in another. I don't know, in another tangent. You never know, right? I mean, you meet someone and then suddenly there's a connection and then there's.
Do you regret anything in your life,
No,
per se?
it's too young to regret things. Maybe
Yeah.
on a deathbed I'll probably.
What is
regret.
the philosophy of life altogether? Like when you see like
Oh, we are directly into that.
yeah.
Philosophy, there's nothing. Just see, I will only talk about myself. Let's not. I'm not gonna fail gyan to anyone. Okay. So my thing is just be content. I'm always content. Like materialistic things does help in a way. Like I don't own a car. I just bought a house. Otherwise, I would have said I don't even have a house. I don't have. Not even Max. Like Max also is similar.
Yeah.
We don't own like cars, fancy, fancy clothes, nothing. It's just content. But the only thing is like probably we travel the world. I travel quite a bit, you know it.
Yes.
Yeah. So those are my experiences and memories than like owning a BMW or whatever, wearing a Gucci,
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, everyone has some vice. I have vices of travel, new cultures, new places, new food. Now I turned vegetarian, so it gets a little tougher to travel. But I
Lot of
still don't miss much about traveling because it's all about like the memory, right? I mean, it's like.
Right.
So now I'm at like 63 countries down. So yeah, maybe like 100 is in the.
Well, when we
Next
talk
5 years.
about obviously we get back to the work point, but I think you probably are the only producers in India who have traveled the most number of countries and executed the project in the most number of countries in the print space.
Could be. I mean, statistically, I don't know whether someone can
I don't think
say we have traveled more. Yeah, we have traveled more. We have
so.
produced.
But in how many countries you have executed like the print campaigns?
Maybe like close to 20 or little more.
I don't think any other print production house must have done more than this.
See, than anything, I think apart from the South America, we have produced everywhere. Yeah,
Yeah.
all the continents are done. So we have done in Africa, Asia, Australia, Europe, America, like North America. So Antarctica and South America is something left. But then that
Let's leave Antarctica to be like that only because.
Antarctica we don't want to shoot because we don't want another Bangkok to happen in Antarctica where you turn around, you have clients and stuff.
It
So
happens in
let's
Bangkok
Antarctica
most of
be
the times.
Antarctica.
Yeah.
South America is something we are looking for. Like maybe because I was in, so I traveled pretty much like Bolivia, Mexico, Colombia, and then Peru. So it's beautiful. But the only problem is it's a travel time. It's 30 hours to reach, and then there's altitude problems, and probably you won't get the models you're looking at. There may be great talent which we haven't explored, but then why not? I mean, Brazil is still South America, right? I mean, Brazil is something you can always go and shoot. Waiting for clients, basically, like client ko do will take anywhere in the world.
Some
so.
USP is always there. Like
I think it's there. I think Brazil got amazing models. Like I mean,
yeah, definitely.
what we all been seeing.
Yeah.
Talent wise, we just shot with Igor. Igor is from Brazil, so
Yeah.
he's in I think Rio or one
Igor
of the
Bestos, no?
Bestos. So he's there. So it's easy to go and shoot with him because he shot the campaign Johns and US Polo and other stuff. So so one good thing about all these travels is the connections and the network.
Yeah.
So that is something which we are very proud in terms of the connections, because it's like we can fly tomorrow model from New York to India to do a shoot, and vice versa. Like we can go to US and shoot because we have US visas, Schengen is sorted, UK is sorted. So and Bangkok is second home. So that's.
How many times you traveled to Bangkok? Till
Let's
now?
not go there. Are we talking about work or are you talking about?
Not for work only, but overall. I
It's,
think.
last I counted, I think it was like 142 times. So I think that's highest I ever been to any country. I think the second will be Malaysia, maybe like 25.
So
30
technically,
times.
142 stamps one way for Bangkok.
Yeah. So it's 280 stamps.
280
So that's
stamps,
like
yeah.
two
Yeah,
passports.
yeah.
So
Interesting.
yeah, Cape Town is the third highest, and then US will be the fourth. So,
Yeah.
well, I mean, at least for me, like travel wise.
And talking about the culture, the way of working style is very important, because when we talk about how we execute the projects in India versus how we execute the projects abroad, what difference do you see majorly as a producer?
I don't know. I think it's more to do with less people, more efficient.
True.
More people, efficient, but do we require so many?
But a lot of chaos.
Lot of chaos, but then it's organized chaos. So if I had to compare a London to Bombay, London I'll have maybe like 2 runners, and who will be like your chauffeur, like they will drive you, and then as I said, they'll become the runners or the spots, what we call them, or they'll become managers. So they will double up the game, and there could be a light assistance or there could be a DG, because they all know that you can't have one vertical. You can't be just a light man,
Right.
because today may have a request for lightman, but tomorrow it may be a gaffer,
Yeah.
or could be a DG, could be anything else. So they have to have at least 2 or 3 verticals. Then they survive. But cut to, I pay quite a bit of money for one guy. Like the minimum is like minimum wage is like 15 pounds or whatever, but the industry is different. So on average you pay like say 120 pounds on average. I'm like not
On a per
exactly
day
the
basis.
number. I'm not the number guy. So maybe like 120 per day. That means if you convert it, it's
10,000.
12,000 rupees.
12, yeah.
So in 12,000, I get 10 dadas.
True.
So yeah, it's the same. I mean, it's again like, do you need so many? But then we are such a hugely populated country. It doesn't burn your pockets. Like if you have 100 people on
True.
set, it's still gonna cost you maybe like £1,000 to pay everyone. But then over there, I only get 10 guys. Here, I get 100 guys.
Yeah.
And the other thing is I think it's more like everything is managed well because the prep work happens before we fly. So there is open castings. There's never a shoot without castings. So you see the models live. It's not like you see the portfolio and then suddenly you come here and then
There's a surprise.
there's a big surprise. So over there they'll come. You you basically shortlist, right? You have a brief for 3 models. You shortlist 10 models or 9 models, like 1:3 if they don't work or whatever. Then you get like 9-10 models open casting. Maybe like 15 people will come. You may rejected someone because the portfolio is not great, but then when you meet them in person, they could be brilliant.
Fab, yeah.
So then it's easy. It's just an easy process. But in India, we don't have that process.
Yeah.
Because London is one big city, right? And everyone stays in and around London, so they'll take a train to come to the studio, whatever. But then, if I'm shooting in Bombay, we are from Bangalore. Like we can't do a casting.
True.
And I think, I hope in future that we do castings.
Yeah, because that's.
But then
missing
that's
big time.
again a money involvement because we need, as a producer, you need to book a studio, then the food and beverages, then you need to pay models because
an assistant photographer as well or somebody.
yeah, lights
Picture
have to be
lights,
there.
yeah.
You know, there's a day process, but then what you get right is next day it's easier. Than on the set you try
Pre is
this.
sorted, then your production like an execution
it's-
is easier
yeah.
comparatively. Much easier.
The PPMs are much better.
Yeah.
It's more organized. They all know what they have to do.
Yeah.
The brief goes like the brief from the creative, from the agency, what we get. It's the same brief which goes to everyone. Here, at one point or the other, there's always a miscommunication
True.
because maybe too many people or too many from the brand.
Yeah.
So client, you normally have 2 clients, one senior, one junior client who travels, or one client travels, one servicing, one creative or art. 3 of them will travel, and then me and Max.
No, I've seen it like mostly technically you get on a call with the client, stylist gets to see the samples and everything. Everything is locked. The styling deck is already presented to the client. Everything is locked. You go on the set and the client is like अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है, and then they change the look. How right is that?
See, that's like I'm not gonna get more jobs after this fucking interview.
Because I don't find it right, honestly speaking.
No, it's again how you see the situation. Like I understand. Like, are we talking pre-COVID or post-COVID? Because there's a huge market difference.
Post-COVID technically.
See, post-COVID is like I don't know whether I should use the word, but then you know the word. Yeah, it's basically that. I don't blame anyone for the matter of fact how the market is changing. I think we are all still negating basically the wins. We don't know where it's taking us, but then everyone is on for the ride. Like no one knows where it is going, right? I mean, someone are saying like in maybe 5 years everyone will be replaced with AI.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So it's like this: what's going to happen in the mainstream space? Because we are print producers, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we do digital films, we do TVCs, everything. That comes with experience and everything. But when we started, we are pure fashion print producers.
Yeah.
We never used to do FMCGs, nothing.
Yeah.
But then now COVID, like after one point, everyone had to do everything to survive, and there are more players in the market, which is great if it's proper competition. But then, if it's like a market, right? I mean, you go. It's a basically seller's market. It's not a buyer's market.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like no, it's actually other way around, I guess. I don't know whether it's a buyer's market.
But I mean,
See, basically, it's like if I want to
everybody's
buy
playing their own
a
cards.
kilo of apple, if I'm the client, so I'll go to one vendor, and the vendor says it's 100 rupees a kilo, and then you have one more guy who will say, sir.
the seller market is like that. Na?
So
everybody's
it's a
selling
seller
at a different price.
market. Correct, it's a seller market.
And buyer is also playing very, really smart on that.
Buyer, see, people don't understand whoever is selling, whatever creative, whatever they are selling, they don't understand that buyer is profiting.
Yeah.
Because all the sellers are fighting amongst themselves.
Exactly. And the buyers now, I mean, in that case, buyers are really smart these days, making the sellers fight. कि हाँ वो
See,
उतने में कर
sellers
रहा
जो है ना,
slash producers जो है ना.
no, I don't, yeah, like, see, like, Like, are you calling everyone in the market as producers? I
No,
don't.
There's a huge difference. I always tell everyone that there's a huge difference between a producer and a production guy.
So I put it in a different way. There is this production house, okay, which could be anyone, right? It could be have a producer, production manager, the whole art setup, everything, and there's someone called a facilitator.
हाँ, production कर लेता है.
हाँ, जो production कर लेता है. He may have a production house, but they are facilitators because they don't give you creative inputs.
Not at all.
हाँ, so they will say it's like, हाँ बाबा मेरे को 2x2 wall चाहिए.
हो जाएगा.
हो जाएगा, but they don't even ask what color. हो जाएगा.
हाँ, हो जाएगा.
Because they are waiting for someone to tell them कि color क्या है.
Yeah.
Like if you are a creative guy, you don't need to ask that. You will see a brief, you know it's like 10 by 10 का एक L wall बनना है. Then you understand lighting कहाँ होगा, कितना होगा, and then you budget according to it. Or you understand creatively कि कितना space चाहिए.
Yeah.
Or if it's outdoor, like what does Cape Town has to offer in terms of light. Like if you go somewhere in Cape Town, we have done campaigns for lot of brands where Cape Town got maybe like 16 hours daylight. So the daylight starts at like 4:30, 4:45 is the sunrise, and then sunset at 9, and no one can work that long.
Yeah.
So they crack this beautiful thing of shift. So if you can give anyone break of more than 5 hours, then it's considered, like say you work, like say you start your shift at 4 in the morning, because that's where the models have to come to get ready for the 5:30, 6 shot, whatever the golden light concept. So which is there.
True.
So they come at 4, they'll work till like say 9, because then the light is harsh. So then they take a break. They take a break for 6 hours, and then they go home, they do their stuff, or they may go to another castings.
Cool.
Stuff
And
like
then they
that.
come back.
And then they come back at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then 3 to 7, 3 to 8, 3 to 9.
Nice.
Yeah, but then that only works if it's more than like a couple of days or 3 days job.
Yeah.
Because every day they can't keep
Doing
that, because so that tremendously helps, because you don't lose time. And it's not that, and if you still want to shoot the whole day, then it's a double shift for models, for talent, for
You shoot from like 4 in the morning till 7, 8 in the
You need to give minimum, I think it's a minimum 6 hours break. So they could do their own work, which is brilliant.
Yeah.
Because then I don't like.
And also the creator also gets some breathing space.
Everyone gets space.
Breathing,
Everyone can like go to a vineyard, have a wine and chill, just relax for an hour, 2 hours, read a book, go for a swim, do what you want, walk your dog or go for a jog, do what you want that 5-6 hours, and then you come back. It's more, I think it's a fresher aspect to shoot, because everyone is more like relaxed. Like khana bhi ho gaya, siesta bhi ho gaya, back to work at 4, and then it's beautiful, because it's like everyone got their own space to do things. A lot of people go shopping, क्योंकि 2 दिन का travel रहता है, they don't have time, so this 2-3 hours they may go shopping, do shopping, eat good food, जो करना है करेगा ना, so that works. So there are advantages to shooting abroad, there's disadvantages, because disadvantages is it's not like Bombay where suddenly you walk into a set and say like, भाई मेरे को एक chair बनाना है.
It never works like
It never works in abroad, no?
Everything goes through the email, through the proper channel.
Everything. I never, like we were shooting in London, me and Max, in the last 5 years, whatever mails we had received, official mails, we have broken the record in a week in London. Everyone mails, from your art to stylist
and
to
you don't
makeup
get to share the contact numbers that easily. Even
everything.
If you are like,
It's no, but their thing is simple. It's recorded.
yeah.
If you skip a mail, that's your problem.
Yeah.
Because someone has written a mail saying that okay, this prop is not available in London. It's one line, and then it's a thread mail, right? So you will miss mails.
Yeah.
It happens with anyone in the world. If someone says I haven't missed it, then there must be like super AI guys. So everything is documented. So like we mailed someone like model agency saying that hold on to the model, it's not confirmed yet. Tomorrow they can't send the model to the set because that mail has not been confirmed. So there is that.
And the mail has to go like before 4 o'clock or 5
Yeah,
o'clock.
because we're like they work 10 to 6.
Yeah.
Friday 6
Yeah.
is Friday 6, and then
I think you need to share the credit card details and everything well in advance with the agencies or what?
not agency, but then it's more to do with how I think how every system works. So you have LPs where they pay and then they bill us. London is different because there's VAT, which is like everyone charges you VAT because we're an international production house. Then Sometimes you go through local producers, and then we pay local producers, stuff like
But
that.
then
So,
you pay the double taxation like there
Max is a person.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because usually double taxation, yeah, we try to avoid that.
Huh,
And we
but
get
then
the-
I think there may be ways. I'm
Yeah,
I'm
there
not
are
a numbers
ways.
guy. Like
Yeah.
so it's
Me and Max discuss a lot about these.
so those things. So those are advantages. Streets are easy to shoot. People don't disturb you.
True.
If it's a small crew, you can shoot anywhere in the world very comfortably. Like
Except India.
India, you can shoot if it's not a celebrity.
No, but it's not that easy to shoot in a street or on a road in India.
No,
Trust me.
come to Bangalore on a Sunday morning when I go for a run, you'll see 20 pre-wedding shoots happening.
Seriously.
Yeah, you'll be sitting.
Nobody's bothered.
Yeah.
Delhi is different.
Now it's like weird if you don't see
We get
the.
disturbed by with the authorities a lot. We won't mention
नहीं
the
this is like
authority.
pre-wedding यार like
But
शादी
even for fashion and all that,
वो
I would
शादी
have-
करने जा रहा है वो
Yeah,
मरने
but
जा रहा है वो
even if you look at
So,
how advertising or like fashion shoots execute in Bangkok or somewhere, let's say in Baku streets or somewhere in Ukraine and all that, I think it's pretty much flexible to shoot. Nobody is
see
bothered.
basically they depend those countries depend on tourism. See they can't have really strict laws
Yeah.
in terms of see I understand if it's more than 10 people then you still need to get permissions to shoot. If you want to block something then you need permissions, but then if you're shooting on the street but then you're not disturbing anyone, so and people are nice, they normally wait for you to finish a shot, or the car sometimes wait for you to do the flashes and finish the shot. Here anything we say population, so yeah that's, but it's nice to shoot here because the challenges are more. As a producer it's more fun to shoot in India because everything else is like organized to the T. If you have a good capable team, it's organized to the T, especially if you're shooting in US, London, Europe, Spain, wherever you're shooting, it's very organized.
Yeah, true.
But then there's no fun. Like you need to have chaos. I mean, yeah, like
Client calling at 1 o'clock at night saying that मेरे को कल ये कलर चेंज करके दे दो because
color change ठीक है, model change करो, 1 बजे वो भी आया था call. So and you are in a mountain and suddenly you know the story. So
yeah.
so when someone woke me up at 2 in the morning and said like, could you solve it? I said like, fuck it, let's talk in the morning because at 2 it's
that
2
was
in the
fun,
morning.
yeah, by the way.
Yeah, but then
Had to send the model directly from the mall.
see the problem is the client is paying all of us, but there has to be some boundaries, right? I mean, yeah, you are my client, but then there is some space you need to give us in terms of timing, in terms of things. Like you can't, like, not even client, agencies, like the whole industry works in such a way that it's like midnight. You get most of the briefs like around 10, or estimates they ask at 10. So something we need to change, maybe for the future generation.
But do you
maybe
think
like-
it has, I mean, it has become worse in the last 10 years?
I think it became worse because of the technology. Now WhatsApp है, अगर WhatsApp में अगर if you keep charging a rupee a message, then you will see how many people gonna
No, I
message you.
told somebody that if you start charging 1 paisa per image, which you are actually tethering on Capture One will be making millions in royalty every month.
Yeah.
Because you're shooting like 6,000 images in a go.
So that's a different topic. Let's not go there. Like so that's a different different topic. But then if WhatsApp charges 1 rupee,
Yeah.
you will see systematically how
No, forget about charging
Short
1
for-
rupee. Let's keep WhatsApp for free, but let's start charging WhatsApp, I mean, for groups. Because groups is a chaos.
see
One-on-one-
if you create a group, whoever creates the group should be charged.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, should
Groups
be charged like $1,000.
Yeah, exactly. So whatever number of groups you are active, you are paying on a monthly
shoot
basis.
will have minimum 9 groups. Minimum.
There is one art, there is a styling group, there is a production group, there is an internal group, there is a client group, there is a separate agency group, and then there is a separate group with agency and you, then there is a separate group with agency, you, stylist and photographer, something like that.
Yeah,
right?
and then if you're shooting abroad, then you need to add those guys,
Yeah.
like the local producers. And if the photographer is not from here, then you need to put the local producer and photographer and producer in one group, and then you need to have producer, client, and photographer in one group, because it's all those. So it's like 11 groups. So every month, I think Max will be paying some 35,000 bucks on WhatsApp. If that's a group thing. But then that's the fact. So I don't know. Like I think probably 2000s or early 2000s, where people had landline, and everyone was on time.
Yeah.
Now everyone has mobile, everyone has the technology, and no one is on time.
Nobody's on time.
Yeah, because now being on time, like someone told me this, no names
Yeah.
said or given.
Yeah.
Someone told, if I come on time,
There is no value.
people have perception that I don't have work.
Work.
Like how, like fuck all is that concept?
Yeah.
Like for me, I need to respect people's time.
True.
Like if I tell someone 10 o'clock, it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Maybe 10:05 because you're stuck in traffic or parking, whatever. But then not like 11:30. Like in 1.5 hours, I could just go take a dump, eat, read, have a coffee, do something in that 1.5 hours than waiting for someone else. So that is something like I don't know. It's a generation problem or Indian problem or what problem? Our watches. Because everyone takes it light. Everyone is like, hey, we have IST.
Here with the younger generation, it is a problem. At least I can speak for this country because I get to meet a lot of youngsters, a lot of Gen Zs per se. A lot of these applications coming from all the prestigious, I won't name the institutes, like the good institutes in fashion, technology, design, mass communication, whatever, like all these. And I've never done it. For the first time I did it, and I apologize for that as well. So anybody's coming for the interview, they gotta respect my time, I gotta respect their time. There's a good 15-20 minute session talking about what they wanna do and all that. I take the CVs, keep them in a file somewhere, mark them, ask the team, check it if you find the right candidate and all. And then if you find the right candidate, just call the person and make the person join. Recently, I took 3 interviews. After 3 interviews, I ripped off the CVs. I shouldn't have done it, but I was pissed as hell. And then literally the placement officer called me from the college saying that, did you like any? And she texted me and I called her. I said, their parents are working really hard to pay the tuition fee and they're very far away. They're bereft of the basics of whatever course they are doing. I mean, they're 10 months into the course, 9 months into the course, 2 were 9 months into the course, one was girl, 10 months into the course. They know nothing.
No, but they know nothing in terms of what? In terms of
the technical thing, the course which they are doing.
Why should they know? if everyone knows everything.
Yeah, come on, you have taken a 10-month photography course. And I'm asking you, like, why do you want to be a photographer? It's like, I like clicking pictures of the influencer which I'm seeing. It's not a derogatory remark in any way, but bro, if you have taken the photography course, you should know the basics. You don't know how aperture settings are being done, how tethering is being done, what are the software which you use for post-production and all that.
No, but are you blaming the students not learning or are you blaming the schools for not learning?
Both.
See,
Anyway,
on
the education
average,
system has
we
failed
have
us.
five schools, technical schools. I don't know how many, but I think I have one in Ooty, one in Pune, which I know.
FTI is in
'cause,
Pune,
yeah, I work with those photographers who came out of the school.
Yeah.
So on average, I don't know how many people pass out, but then I'm thinking like maybe
Udan is there is one more course where Pratik has studied.
कितना like India में 500 लोग तो आएंगे?
स्कूल होगा.
नहीं 500 तो निकलेंगे ना हर एक साल पास. So imagine 500 photographers every year. Okay, and then you have self-taught photographers.
Yeah.
Then you have photograph assistants who became photographers. Then you have your mainstream photographers.
Yeah.
Then you have Instagram photographers. Then you have people who got money, who got the whole gear, they're also photographers. Then there are wildlife photographers. Like, इज्जत नहीं है photographers. Like they used to be saying like, you throw a stone in Bombay or the model scene, you always hit one Brazilian at one point because there were so many Brazilian models.
Yeah.
Now I think you throw a stone, you'll hit a photographer.
There's so many photographers.
I'm absolutely like I'm not saying that they shouldn't do it. Respect to all the people who shoot or who don't shoot.
You also shoot now, so you're also part of the fraternity.
No, but I'm a fraternity, but I never went to a school nor I assisted anyone. I just learned on the job. I used to ask Gaffer, Dada, ये light क्यों है? It's as simple as it. I used to ask him, ये key light क्या होता है? ये light यहाँ से क्या कर रहा है? and I learned, and I bought my own lights. I used to go to office and I tried out.
Yeah.
So it's not tried and tested. ये नहीं कि मेरे को पढ़ा गया. Like schools, what they teach is exactly what I learned, but I learned on the job. And as a producer, it did help us because it's like you know how lights works and कितना चाहिए, क्या चाहिए. Yeah, I'm probably like not tech savvy, but then I read a lot. I read about the new inventions like Profoto क्या कर रहा है, you know, Canon क्या कर रहा है, Fuji क्या कर रहा है, you know. There are those things which interest me also, and I shoot on film. I'm not saying it's like I'm different from every other photographer.
Yeah.
There are great photographers who shoot on films, but then I like shooting on films. Yeah, हाँ पैसा है, role है, shoot कर लो, travel. I shoot travel on film. I don't shoot digital because digital में क्या है ना कि मैं like the problem with I don't have problem with the digital. Not people who shoot digital or iPhone whatever I shoot. So I have taken phones and I have shot like Eiffel Tower in 2014 when I went to Paris with my iPhone. I have shot 600 pictures. How do you select? Like I couldn't select my own pictures.
True.
And who am I showing it? Like who is seeing my pictures? There's no one until unless I post it, right? And I posted. I have I think 1,000 followers. In that, maybe I get 100 likes, and I don't care. I don't care because that picture is not for them. It's for me.
It's out of sheer compassion for them.
Yeah, it's like someone may look at the picture and say like nice, and then they move on. So I mean I don't know. It's out of the context, but then I read this thing which is beautiful. Today's world, it's the most apt thing. And if someone comes to me and says this is what exactly I'm going to say, no one cares. Because you put your story after 24 hours, no one cares.
No, same even for the
It's
brands.
like anything. No, for like the whole system is that.
Yeah.
Because everyone is waiting for validation. Everyone is waiting for like I have people who will come to us like could be a model, could be a photographer, could be a stylist. So before they come to us, they'll say like this picture is beautiful, no? This picture is beautiful, no? So they want you to think, they want you to respond positively every time. But you could be a sheer critic and says like I don't like it. I mean that's your point of view, right?
Yeah.
Someone is asking your viewpoint and then you can give an honest viewpoint. But then people don't like that. And then they'll say that either you are like Kaduz or like no he's an arrogant ass, and then they move on. They like, but no one has time. No one has time for Instagram. Like 10 साल पहले भी हम लोग जीते थे ना.
True.
Like what was 10 years back? The social media, coffee shops, sit, talk, argue about shit.
Lots of human interaction.
Yeah, lot of interaction. Like nowadays, it's like you can't even have a debate. I know I'm wrong, but then I wanted to debate. I could debate for an hour before. Now, if you debate, Google, Wikipedia, done. Conversation खत्म हुई.
खत्म हो
It's
गया.
not. It's not that I want to win the debate. It's just basically that 45 minutes वेला है. Like coffee 200 रुपए है. 2 मिनट में नहीं पी सकते ना बाबा. बैठो 1 घंटा तो बैठना है ना.
Yeah.
That's the whole concept of you meeting friends.
Yeah.
आजकल वो भी नहीं है ना. आजकल it's
See,
like,
when you go out with friends and it's even if it's a 2 or 3 hour lunch, most of the time it's everybody's glued to the phones.
हाँ, it's the most socially anti-social because everyone has phones, everyone is on a table, and then everyone is on their phones
Yeah.
for the 2 hours.
Yeah.
So I mean, why even come? Just do Zoom calls, like how we do our PPMs. Just eat whatever you want at home and then do what you want. But then that's the way the whole world is moving. So who are you and me to stop that?
I can understand.
I mean, maybe you could do a change in your team saying that, like that lunchtime, half an hour, no one uses the phone. So you can sit, talk, listen to people, what their interests are,
Yeah.
or what their lives have been, whatever. But then, is that half an hour, what do you give a break for lunch? It's still people on the phones.
Yeah.
So it's as someone who runs business, I think you should put that in practice. I tried in my office, didn't work.
Are you listening?
Yeah, they will listen. But doing is the problem.
No,
Listening to सब करते हैं ना.
Yeah.
So until unless you have a jammer in your office where you put a jammer and then put everyone in that room
30
for half an
minutes,
hour, then I don't know what they'll do.
I used to do a lot of sessions earlier, but now we're not doing much of sessions. But earlier we used to sit once in a week or something like that, and twice a week,
And do
talk
what?
about things and all that. But yeah.
बकचोदी करो यार.
Even I called them last a month back and said that if you want to do something in your career in future in like masters or something, I think he's also writing a script and something like that. I'll produce the film, write a concept, do something. Same, I mean, the guys up who are just in the upstairs over here, they were also like, I was like, I want to make a film. I want to make a good, banter, funny kind of satiric film. The whole satire kind of concept. And the title is Apunchi Producer hai. Same, the facilitator producer. I was like, write me a script where in the whole 20-minute gig, a guy, a director slash photographer is looking to get a job executed. And every person he's meeting, he's saying apun kar lega, matlab, I will do the production, I'll produce it. And starting from the main producer to his assistant, then to the light gaffer, then to the catering guy, to spot dada, and eventually the end should be like जब वो जा रहा है and the driver who's dropping him off and he overhears the conversation and he says अपन भी producer है. So like write a concept film around it. I wanna do it.
No, it's a nice concept, but like for example, like your crew goes to say Nainital or Manali, whatever. You know, they go drive down and everything. When they come back, they never talk to you without showing pictures. Because for them, travel is pictures.
Yeah.
For me, travel is
Experiences.
It's like there are times when I don't even take photos because, like Northern Lights, I went to Norway. I was there for like a week, and then I went for 4 Northern Lights chase. It's called a chase because you chase the lights. First night, no cameras, nothing. Because I wanted to experience it. I want to experience. It's such a great thing because the whole sky opens up. It's emotional. It's like in front of nature. What are you? You're just an imbecile. Basically, you're just a speck. That's what you feel, right? Yeah. Second day, I went with my camera. If I wouldn't have seen it, doesn't matter because I have seen it. So luckily, second day I saw, third day, so then I could shoot some footage. But then, अगर नहीं होता था ना, second day, third day, I wouldn't have bothered. No. Same with Eiffel Tower. Same with fjords. Wherever I travel, like the moment you step out of the bloody car or a van, first is camera. First, एक 360 मार लो. हाँ, उसके बाद देख लो. Because the 360 is for validation.
Same. I've seen it everywhere. Like,
हाँ, so that is something like you need to change. Like, भाई, तुम इतना पैसा खर्च करके नॉर्वे जा रहे हो. If you want to see through your iPhone or the camera,
lens,
then वो Google Earth है ना बाबा, कर लो ना.
No, now we have VR sets as well. Na? You put a VR set and
something like that. No, पैसा बचेगा, travel का problem नहीं है, jet lag नहीं रहेगा, खाने expensive है, वो भी नहीं है. घर में बैठो दाल खाओ, VR डाल दो, हो गया ना. That's also travel, right? Why do you want to go there? So my concept is that go there. Like I did Bolivia on a fucking bike for 21 days. My ass was so.
Who else did the Bolivian bike? Chiguera? No.
Chiguera.
The motorcycle diaries.
The motorcycle diaries, yeah. So it's like I have done like 3,200 kilometers of off-road. Like I know what my ass took a beating.
That was the time when you met with an injury.
Yeah, that was in Peru. I had an accident and then I stayed in Peru and then all this stuff happened. But then so for me, it's a memory, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bad memory, but it's still a memory, right? I mean, I can tell like after 20 years, I can tell generations saying that, you know what, I went to Peru. 20 kilometers away from Machu Picchu. I had an accident. I've been to Peru, but I never seen Machu Picchu.
We discussed Machu Picchu last year.
Yeah, but then so I don't regret it. That had to happen. It happened.
Yeah.
And then that opened my eye. You know, then 40th birthday I broke my leg because of my body weight, and then that changed my whole perception. Saying that okay, I got to change, and then that's where the whole fitness came in. You know, yeah.
The client whom you have met before COVID. And then suddenly they met you after your whole revolution after COVID.
Yeah, but so basically there was masks, like you know, we had to follow those norms. So yeah, basically it's like me and Max were sitting and I was wearing a mask and one of the client who we've been shooting for a long time and always wear shorts and t-shirt. That used to be my uniform. Now it's like I think I'm a little matured. I wear pants and whatever thing. But then that used to be my thing, like a cap, t-shirt, shorts, flip-flops or whatever, shoes, streetwear and a shawl. That used to be my style for like donkey's years. And it was on the table, not lunch, but then the client walked in and then he was talking to Max and suddenly he's like, "Kahan hai tera partner?" And I was right next to him. Like it's not that I was like a mile away. And then I was there and then Max looked at him. He thought he was joking. Like literally Max like had this look on his face saying that, "Kya bol raha hai? Like ye to yahan baitha hai." And then I took the mask out. I thought he'll still.
He did not recognize.
Like he couldn't recognize. Then when I said something, and it's like the first thing people say is like, "COVID आया था क्या?" It's like that used to be the same with everyone. COVID आया था क्या? इतना weight loss हो गया. Like no one said like कैसा
You shredded what, 36, 38 kgs?
Oh, on my weighing scale, I think it was like the last time I weighed was 99.9, and I was scared to get on after that. But then that was not the worst. So US, I picked up a luggage because you need to measure your weight, right, for Emirates, which is 23 kilos. So when I weighed me on that was like 126 point something.
Damn.
So maybe I was like 102, 103. But actually, like funny thing is, no one realizes how heavy I was because I think I was more like chubby to fat. And I don't use the word healthy. Don't get me wrong. I don't use healthy because it's fucking fat.
Okay.
I was fat, and that's a fact.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I was not healthy. Like I don't know why people say it's like any fat guy. They say, oh, he's little healthy. He's not fucking healthy. That's why he's fucking fat. That's the whole point. Why are we changing the whole jingo of the dictionary? You're fat. You're not healthy. Like let's not do both. I was fat. Now I'm healthy. I'm in the process of being more healthier. But then I was fat. I was never healthy, and then now I'm become more healthy, which is like counterproductive, right?
Yeah.
Like how can I be healthy and then now I'm more healthier?
Yeah,
Like it doesn't make sense. So I lost. I think the last time I weighed the closest was like I was 67.4.
Not bad. 35 plus kgs.
Yeah, like 34, 35. Yeah, but then now I'm at like constantly I'm around 72, 70, 72 because it's protein, because of mass, because a lot of.
Cut back to that story. Okay, you took off the mask and all that. He couldn't recognize.
Yeah, then he
and all
couldn't recognize. Then the same thing saying that COVID आया था क्या? Like सब घर पे ठीक है. Like were you admitted? And like, dude, कोई तो बोलो ना कि हाँ you looking nice. You know you are like
no chance.
No chance. And so like no one recognizes. Like I came from a 36 waist to 29 waist. Like good things no one worries. It's like simple है. AIDS आया, like dengue आया, like
Yeah.
because it's a year and a half where maybe like a year. I started in 2020 April.
Okay.
The journey.
Okay.
And yeah, I think by like first 4 months I didn't lose shitloads of weight. I didn't lose any weight. 3 months basically, first 3 months, and then like every person on this earth who works for 3 months and don't see result, you just give up. But then I said like no, a long run karna hai. Like whatever happens, I'm gonna do it for 2 years. If there is no change, no, fuck it, I'm gonna eat Meghna biryani at 2 in the morning. Like because I tried for 2 years. I mean, it didn't work, right? Maybe I was doing wrong. I was not, whatever. That's a different tangent. But then at that point, it was basically like, हाँ मैं 2 साल दूंगा. After 2 years, like 2022 April.
April तक.
Let's see what happens. First 4 months, I didn't lose weight. I think I put on weight, but I was very scared to get on the scales. Because अगर 4 महीना तुम डाइटिंग करके जंपिंग जैक्स करके सब करके you haven't lost weight but then you have gained weight, then it scares you, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't had a gym because COVID में सब shit है ना. Like the first thing
Everything's
was
closed.
the shit is the health thing. 6 months is where I started dropping weight like fucking bricks. Like every month was like 4, 5, like and it was good weight loss. ये नहीं है कि मैं नहीं खा रहा था. I used to eat. Also got into intermittent fasting, so I used to do like 16 hours of fasting, 8 hours of eating. But then my cardio went up. Like maybe after a year, I think 2021 mid, I was like in a good shape, like 75, 78. So I lost like 20 kilos over less. And then I saw this video, Kipchoge, I don't know, Eliud Kipchoge is a great marathon runner. So I saw his video and I was like, fuck, if he can run, I can run. Well, as usual, online gaya tha. Bought shoes, bought running gear, like fucking marathon. Got in, climbed two steps of basically. तो second floor मेरा घर था, lift नहीं लेता था, like ego issue है ना, अभी runner हूँ मैं. Walked in, stretch किया 2-3 जो आता था वो stretch किया. Ran 50 meters and I thought I was gonna hit a heart attack. So I just walked back home and I said fuck. Like then from there the running started. And I think it's like running was like my peace. It's for me it was meditation. Basically it's like, so running is something which is a gap between what I was and what I am. And then I used to run 5K, I got into 1 kilometer, then 2, then 5.
Then half marathon started
Then
happening.
10K started, and then I never had hopes that I'll run a half. And then someone said like, actually I was in Cape Town, I was talking to Malika and Mark, who are good friends. So I was telling, it's like, no, I finished a 10K run and I went to meet them for coffee and breakfast. And then they said like, dude, you finished 10K, what's next? So I don't know, maybe a half marathon after 1 year. Then like, when you want to dream big, dream big. Like why half? Do
the
full.
Iron Man and all that.
Do full. That's what
Yeah,
Marx said. So that got subconsciously in my head somewhere. And then I said like, fuck. Yeah, I mean, if I had to do, let's do the whole thing. And that was 2022, September, whenever we went to Cape Town. I think October. And this day we landed was a Cape Town marathon. It was October 15th, 2022.
You did the Cape Town first?
No, I didn't do the Cape Town.
Did the Berlin one?
No, I did the Amsterdam one.
Amsterdam,
So then I had 1 year
Yeah.
to train for a full. And then I did the full in last year, October.
You work very differently, like, I mean, obviously, definitely. I have met so many producers. I don't leave any chance and all that. I mean, the way you see it is, it's like a very divine kind of thing at times for me when I see you, because your way of approaching work is very different. So how do you keep that peace? And
No, I think it's not. I'm like very short-tempered. I was short-tempered. Now I think over the year of like I think you have seen what can be thrown at you as a producer. There's always a rain. There's always a client. There's always an agency. There's always a brief, which people may not get it. Then there are a lot of issues on sets. So after this running the whole thing, I decided like there are bigger things in life.
that work is just a part of life, but
Yeah,
life has
because
more to offer.
work is always work is passion, like correct. I mean, it's a baby what me and Max started, and we have like tremendous respect. So there is a name to it. Like if I screw up or Max screw up, no one will say like yeah, Sunil screwed up. It's like Citrus screwed up.
Yeah.
Because that's the baby
Yeah.
what we grown for last 15 years, and
Yeah.
and so that is something which we will keep it. At least we'll try 100% every shoot to do the best to deliver it. So अभी ये हो गया कि work has taken so much prominence, then the stress is so much, because it's not even a shoot, right? For the producer, it's Max handles all the clients, he gets the business. He's more like a BD, like business developing,
Yeah.
He has great rapport with clients. I mean, I can't do what he does, but he can't do what I do. Like it's
It's complimenting.
yeah, it's complimenting. It's two sides, whatever you call it, like 6 to 6 or 24-hour production hours, whatever you call it. We work together. Yeah, I'm not saying it's like me and Max don't argue or fight, and that's common when you are like it's like
part and
it's like
parcel.
it's like a
Process,
relation. It's his family, his brother, his everything. So then me and Max also after a point, it's like, dude, what are we like doing? So basically that was a question which we keep asking. It's like we want to see the world, we want to travel. Like I said, we are content. We don't want to be in that 100 crore club, or we don't want to be what do you call that, flashy kind of thing. We are happy. I mean, we work three months very hard, because we do like 6-7 projects in the 3 months, and then we take a month, 2 months off. Like I mean,
True.
so either then that gives you the peace. Then when you travel, it just opens up the horizons. Then you think like when you meet people, you'll understand ki. See, sometimes when I meet people, like when you went to Baku, you met a local producer.
Yeah.
So you would have had, like he would have given you ideas.
Yeah.
Like location kaisa karna hai.
See, for Dubai, for that matter, for Colombo, for that matter, like everybody, I mean, you get to know so many things, you get to learn so many things just by meeting people.
It's only meeting people.
Yeah.
No? Like, देखो भाई, अभी Burj Khalifa will be Burj Khalifa, whether that is in Dubai or in London. It is still going to be the tallest building thing. But then it's like, how do you approach that? Like, who is taking you there is what matters. So all this culture, all these travels, all this, like you go to Kashmir, you go to Jammu, or when you come south, there's a different culture. You have worked with South producers, you have worked with Delhi producers, you work with throughout India, you have shot.
Yeah.
So you know the specs, you know the pros, you know the cons. So when you travel, there are things you learn, and it's like, for me, the greatest conversation I ever had is 2 conversations I still remember. One is an 84-year-old Nona in Rome when I went, and then she can't speak English, I can't speak Italian, but then we had a beautiful 20 minutes conversation because she taught me how to eat a pizza and have an espresso. like nothing.
Just the sign language of
Just a sign language. I mean, she said in Italian,
yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
And then that's and then I had one conversation with like a granny and a small kid in Bolivia, because we were riding, so we didn't have hotels. So wherever we could find a place, Alex was my guide friend. So he used to go and ask, hey, can you give us a room so we can crash? So either we used to pay them money, or some of them like beautiful. They're like, no, don't pay us money, and they're fascinated because an Indian is there.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, they haven't seen many, right?
Yeah,
I mean, it's
yeah.
that fucking part of the world. Like, I mean, I haven't seen Indians in Bolivia, which is the greatest thing I can say. So then I met this. I wanted coffee. The only thing I learned is Negro is black, and coffee is coffee. So the only thing I could say is like Negro coffee. And then she understood. Okay, you wanted black coffee, and then
Oh, okay.
the kid was there, and then the kid like speaks Spanish, Portuguese, whatever. I mean, that's the thing. And then that taught me something that day. Like that, not that day. That whole trip taught me something. Like if you know English, it's nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
Because we think we know English, that we rule the world. No, fuck, you don't understand anything in the world. Like if you think that you can survive in extreme condition knowing language, then you're mistaken. Then you haven't traveled the world. Like you go to Spanish, you go to any of the South American countries, no one speaks English. You go to France, no one speaks English. Yeah, tourist spots you speak.
You speak, but
But then if you're 300 kilometers away,
yeah. You go to any village or any town, you don't.
Yeah, who
Germany,
speaks?
France, Italy, anywhere. Yeah.
no. And then respect to them.
Yeah.
Like,
Definitely.
yeah, because that's the way they have been brought up, and then they haven't seen tourists. They haven't
They respect.
seen.
They're very honored and like happy.
Yeah, they felt happy that we
Happy,
stayed
yeah.
in their house.
Yeah.
In the morning, the whole bloody Sarpanch village came up to see me. I felt like a mini celebrity.
Like the bidai was happening.
Bidai was happening. Yeah, I don't know what they were saying, like fuck you, don't come to the country, or they're saying like please come back. I don't know. But then that's what you take from travels, right? I mean, what else you take? Like food is great. You try different cuisines. I used to eat non-veg, so there's a different way of travel was. Now it's more like I'm vegetarian, so there's different thing, and I'm not vegan, so I'm vegetarian. So yeah.
That's it.
So that is there. So yeah, but I think that's what me and Max like. Like we love to travel. Like Max loves London.
He loves.
That's his place. Yeah, he loves London. He loves Nottingham Hill. Like you just give him a room, put him there for a year, he'll just aram se stay there. And he thinks he's Britisher, so that's yeah. So Max is Max.
Yeah.
So he loves London. This time London, Imi was there. So Imi was in London
Yes,
for a
that
shoot.
time,
He
yeah.
was shooting Arsenal or someone, and then he was there. And then yeah, we have funny. So me, Imi, and Max, we went to Svalbard, Longyearbyen, which is the last town to North Pole. And we stayed like 5 nights, and it's a 24-hour darkness.
Okay.
So there's no light for 408 days, but then we were there for 5 days. And so we used to get up, it's dark. We used to eat breakfast dark. We used to eat lunch dark. But it's such a nice one because it's like 3 producers going somewhere. We will never shoot there because
Where you took the MTR food and all that?
yeah, that's the story. That's Oslo. I still remember where I asked them like, "Dude, did you have food?" It's like shitload of food is there. So I probably carried like 10-15 kilos of food, and then both of them like, "Dude, why are you carrying so much food?" Like just drop it in Oslo. This, those what do you call those where you can drop your luggage for a couple of days, whatever that thing called. So I dropped all the food what I bought from Bangalore because I know these guys would have finished. But then back of my head I was thinking like, dude, they were in London, so they get Indian food and Pakistani food.
Yeah.
They were very happy. Cut to drop my luggage. All the food is in Oslo. Goes to Longyearbyen. Fuck hungry because we don't know the timing. Because I think we landed at 5 in the afternoon or night, whatever, and then it was minus 20 degrees. And wanted to eat something sambar, or being me, my South Indian just woke up and said like, fuck, let's eat sambar or chitrana or whatever. And then go there, and then you have 2 boxes of, I think there were like 2 boxes of rice sambar and bisbalabat. These are the 2 boxes. And we had 4 teplas, which was supposed to be 60 teplas
My God,
at the
150
start of the
there.
trip. because they went to London before me for producers conference. So there's a producer conference across the world which happens. So Max and Imran were there, and then I met them in Oslo. And then we went there, Longyearbyen, and there was no food. It's like 2 packs
Finished.
and 4 teplas. And I carried 20 kilos of food, which they made me like park it in Oslo. So we had whatever we had, and then we went to the supermarket, bought baked beans and eggs and whatever, and then we cooked. We said sort of there's one hotel, and then there's something like art hostel, like a hostel, but then you get your own rooms. But then you share the kitchen, and then you cook and everything. But beautiful experience, like so whatever you do there, it's the last place on earth. So you pee, you could say it's like I peed on the last place of earth. Like that's the last place to North Pole.
Inhabitable.
So there is one post office, there's one small church. The whole road is like 500 meters from our hotel. Like our hotel was at the end of the street, and then the other hotel was at the other end of the street, and then the whole street is like 400 meters.
Done.
That's Longyearbyen. So by 4th day, we knew the priest, we knew the kids who used to go to school, we knew the auntie, whatever, we knew them, we knew the post office person, we knew the supermarket, and in the supermarket they can carry guns because of the polar bears and
for that.
stuff.
Yeah.
So we knew everyone, like, and we knew the hotel because they had only one veg red bean burger, so which me and Max used to eat every day. So we knew them. So if I had stayed 1 month, I think I would have married to one of those Svalbard girls.
We would have gotten foreign kid models. Problem would have been sorted that in that case.
Could be, you never know. It could have been Indian models for all you know.
You never know.
See, that's what I said. Like that's what the change is. Like how you look at problems, how you look at things. Because it's like you could miss a train, the last train, and then you're stuck. And then how do you get to city, or how do you get to the place? So those are life problems. But then that's the same with.
You learn a lot from those set of people, like who are there, like.
No, you learn a lot. You learn a lot from runners. You learn a lot from, like, I think it's more to do with discipline.
Yeah.
So like motivation is different, discipline is different. You could be highly motivated, but then if you're not disciplined, then it's what's the point?
Like me.
Could be, no names. I knew who I was directing that at, but then. So how do you be motivated at the same time be disciplined? That could be anything, right? That could be at work, that could be at life, that could be at running, that could be something you're targeting. See, my target is to do like 2026 Comrades, which is a 90-kilometer race. Which happens in South Africa. So that's my target. Like maybe 2026 or 27. I don't know. I want to finish the world majors, which are the 6 the world marathon. So Berlin I'm doing in September with my friend Putta Harsha, and we're gonna do Tokyo in March, and then maybe like Chicago, New York. I don't know. Depends on the tickets. Depends on the stuff. So maybe like 2026. You finish 5 because Boston you need to qualify, which is like 3:20, which is like. I think it's like a little faster for at this point, but then maybe like 2 years we may catch up and then qualify for the race. Why not do it 100K just to push? Yeah, I don't know. Like, why stop at something? Like, until unless there's an injury and then you can't do shit, then that's different. But then when you're able, like my trainer actually told me like whatever you are doing now is not for now. It's basically when you're 60, because that's what I'm looking at. For me, it all boils down to travel. When I'm 60, could I travel? Or could someone has to push me in a wheelchair? So that's if you look at that way, then I think it's better what I'm doing now than.
I would say there is no cap to it. Like do it whenever you feel like good.
Yeah, but it's like if I say anything, it's like gyan failna hota hai. But then that's a fact.
But let's talk about one of your most like memorable projects, shoots.
There's so many. The first one I really like because that's getting in cricketers. The Virat Kohli shoot was brilliant. Creatively, we have done so many good work like fast tracks, flying machine, US
I remember all of it. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
We shot just with Dhoni. Clear Trip was a really good project. It's fun. It's just not the script. I think it's more to do with the team. It's more to do with how people are. There are some great projects we have done, but then we never enjoyed the process.
I was about to ask the same thing, that there are projects which usually comes like on your table and say that your gut says that it's not the right one for me. How do
So-
you approach it? How do you work it out?
See,
let it go.
sometimes I don't know. I mean, see, I'm very, very open about things. There are times when I tell Max, is like, let's not pick it up, and there are times when he tells me like, let's not pick it up, and I force him, saying that no, let's do it. You know, what worse can happen? And there are things which happen. Like I'm not blaming anyone. Like it could be the whole team fucked it up. It's just not one person. It could be us, or it could be client, or it could be agency. It could be anything. Or it could be the people you are shooting, the model or the celebrity. It depends on what mood they are in. You know, everyone is human. Everyone has their 360 faces, right? I mean, not every day is a smiling day. So if you catch one of the big projects on a wrong day, where the director is like had some issues, or a photographer had issues, and then he couldn't put his 100%, then you have shit projects. But then, like I said, on a good day, one can be a producer. But then on the bad day, what balls you have to be a producer. So
Yeah.
it's that call is what differentiates between a facilitator and a producer.
True.
Because it's like, facilitator. So for us, it's more like long term. All our clients been with us for a long time, like 10 years, 12 years. In this day and era, it's like the
very-
old. My dad
very-
used to like one bank. You know,
You stick to a particular
stick
vendor.
to the thing, yeah.
LIC ले लिया, SBI में account खोल दिया और चल रहा है. हाँ हाँ.
Yeah, you still. I mean, we still have new clients. We still get like, new inquiries, everything. But then there are people who come to us. They stick to us because maybe the ethics, or maybe the work we do, or maybe because we traveled. So it's easy to talk. So that's a huge process, right? I mean, we could handle creative who are like 60-year-old because. Not that we are that old, but I'm just saying it's like, we could connect to the process. Because we've seen that landline, internet and everything, and then we could connect to the new generation because it's like technology and whatever teaches. So it's a nice bridge what me and Max have with people. So yeah, that helps us because I think we learn every day. I mean, we learn from
That should be the end.
the new kids. We still do mistakes. We still like yeah, but that's part and parcel of life.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think at one point, like me and Max don't take too many things to heart. What we used to do like 6 years back, where कुछ बोल दिया,
Let it go,
and then
like.
and then used to like personal. अरे कैसा बोल दिया सबके सामने. अभी बोल दिया तो बोल दिया. क्या फर्क पड़ेगा? But so my thing is like when you go home, just forget it.
You sleep over it and then move on.
No, I don't sleep. I don't even take to sleep. No, क्योंकि क्या like नींद क्यों खराब करना है? वो बोल दिया है. उसके ऊपर तुम घर जाके तुम्हारा नींद क्यों खराब करोगे? So I could shut my head off. So which is a great thing.
Yes.
Like once you go home, yeah. I'm not saying it's like every day is the same. When you are post, when there's so much stress and everything. Yeah, you still have those nights where you think like, how could I better it? But then वो तुम्हारा हाथ में नहीं है ना. Because there are like 80% of the things which is not in your hand. It's only some decisions you can take and then make it work. But then I think 70% is you are in someone's hands. Like either it could be a retoucher or it could be a photographer, delivering client. Because kabhi they say it's like, okay, we got to deliver on 1st of June, and suddenly because the media they bought, and then suddenly they said like, oh, buy isko chahiye. And then those things. But then that's I think it comes with experience. How do you handle those stuff? And but you learn every day. Like आज shoot kiye, we learned something new. There's I met two of them, Raju and people, and then so it's nice. Like see, one good thing about our job is it's not constant, right? I mean, you meet everyone, different people.
Yeah.
So every time you meet someone, you learn something. Like like I met someone last shoot who went to Iceland for 2 weeks, and I never been to Iceland. I always wanted to go on Iceland. So it's a nice inspiration. Like.
True.
See, there you can take two ways. अरे यार ये भी Iceland गया है. And then you cry, or you say like, fuck, he went to Iceland. I also should go to Iceland. So my inspiration is that. My inspiration is not.
The approach is very different.
Yeah, it's the same problem, right? How do you approach it?
Yeah.
Like there was a YouTube or Instagram reel. I can't remember. Someone posted it on social media, and then the guy is saying is like, dude, you shouldn't. There's COVID, unemployment, whatever, you know, and people are shameless to travel, and then they're posting those pictures and everything. From his point of view, he's right. From my point of view, I'll say it's like, dude, he's traveling, that means he's working hard. So why shouldn't I work hard to travel?
Yeah.
See, it's how you see it, right? It's
How
the
you
same
see it,
problem.
exactly.
अगर उसको लग रहा है कि travel करने वाले photo नहीं डालना है, why are you on Instagram? Or whoever is unemployed, why are they on Instagram checking his pictures?
Yeah.
So you either you see the negative or a positive. Like I always say, like me and Max are like said, like someone went to Antarctica. Like me and Max's dream is to go to Antarctica for the last 8 years, and we've been planning. वो नहीं हो रहा है, हो जाएगा एक दिन तो इतना तो tough नहीं है, हो जाएगा. But then whenever we see a cruise or Antarctica expedition, I always share the reels with Max, and he does the same thing. That अरे यार, we should also go. You know, let's take that 1 month break and then travel. So that's the way you approach. No, अरे वो भी गया, अभी मैं नहीं जाऊँगा. That also can happen. No?
Yeah.
It's how you see. It's the same with production. Like life में वही है ना कि एक problem, how do you solve it? Your point of view is different, my point of view is different, Max's point of view is different. हाँ, but then we come to a middle ground ना कि हाँ कि क्या चलेगा, whether it's trust.
Yeah.
End of the day, you have a business partner. It's like, so for me, he's not first business. He's more my friend first, then family, then comes the business part. हाँ, trust है बाबा. वो like trust is something which is very important in any relation.
Yeah.
Not even business, but then it's blind trust. हाँ, कर रहा है बंदा. So he slogs his ass getting business. I slog my ass delivering the business. You know, there's a lot of work which happens. Yeah, it's not that I don't, like me and Max like don't fight and argue and stuff like that. But then if you see us actually on the set, it's different. That you will always think like ये दोनों बात ही नहीं करते हैं क्या, गुस्से में रहते हैं दोनों. But then we have this movement. No, it's like we don't need to show that we are close.
Yeah.
Because that's our personal space. Like there are times when we don't talk for a month and then suddenly we just sit for 2 minutes and then the whole month is sorted.
Yeah.
When we travel, like we went to Oxford. Max wanted to go to Oxford because he said like, yeah, मैं यहाँ पढ़ा था, तो I want to see the Oxford University. So we went to Oxford, like 4 घंटे घूमे, coffee पिए, and then we had a great laughs because it's not even business, right? It's, I know him for like maybe like 27, 20, like half my age, like not even half तो बहुत हो गया, but like 27 years I know him. So you understand like हाँ, like small joys. It's like कुछ भी like हम लोगों को like you take us to a 5-star in Italy and then रात में वो दाल चावल ही होगा. Max के साथ you've been with Max.
I've been with him,
वो
यार.
जो भी होगा रात में वो डोसा किंग ही होगा बैंकॉक में, वो मेरे को पता है. Like सिरको लेके जाएगा 64th floor में तुमको दिखाएगा, पिलाएगा, सब करेगा. But रात में खाना तुमको अलीफ लैला खिलाएगा या डोसा में खिलाएगा. But those are the small joys, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like how many people can say is like, वो मजा आता है. Like I mean, yeah, it's a process. It's like so whatever you do now is like basically like 10 years down the line when I meet you and we'll do one more podcast. This is exactly what we will be speaking, right?
Right. No,
So-
same. I mean, with Max, it's always been like that. I mean,
He's a people's man, and touchwood, he genuinely doesn't have negative things.
yes.
Like he does. I mean, वो कुंदस में बोल देता है.
नहीं वो, but I know it. Like that's not his thing. Like it's all fun and banter.
No,
in
वो
that case.
कुंदस में बोल देता है, गुस्से में बोल देता है, like ये कैसा बोल दिया, उसकी हाँ कर दूंगा, but he can't.
नहीं उसका reset है भाई. वो
नहीं वो reset है, and I don't think so he has bad intentions to anyone.
No.
अगर जो भी बढ़ रहा है ना, he's happy for
And
it.
honestly speaking, not just because you're a partner or something like that. He's one of those producers. When I saw him talking to a client or something like that, I was like, इससे सीख सकते हो कुछ.
हाँ, बहुत सीख
Otherwise,
सकते हो.
बाकियों से नहीं मिल. Sorry, I'm not comparing and all, but he was the first producer. He's the first producer in my life with whom I said like, no, he knows the client language. बाकियों को नहीं आता है बोलना भाई. वो जी हजूरी इज नॉट वही ना, फैसिलिटेटर नहीं बनना ना, प्रोड्यूसर बनना है तो भाई उसको उस तरीके से काम करना जरूरी है. Anyways, it's just long.
No, but then that comes with experience, that comes with respect
Yeah.
also. No, एक client नहीं बोलेगा ना कि भाई तुम कॉल ले लो. कि पैसा क्लाइंट का ही है ना. End of the day, if me or Max have to take a call on set saying that बाबा pack up कर दो क्योंकि everyone is tired, it's not working. Let's sleep on it, come back tomorrow and then do it. We have done that with shoots, and there are great clients who waited for us. Like we were traveling or we had another shoots, whatever. The client is like, तुम लोग कब free हो? And there are clients who want both of us. Because एक तो काम होता है, एक तो पार्टी होता है, तो they get both of the things. And then And then there are clients who shift the dates for us. Like कौन करता है like?
In today's time, it's very difficult.
हाँ.
I have hardly seen it.
हाँ, but हाँ अभी like you said, today's time is difficult. But then last 12 साल से हो रहा है. You know, there are times when we tell guys, you know what, we are not available in these days, but could we push it? But उनका delivery date we don't screw up. अगर delivery date 1st of August है, we will deliver it. We may work double shift, whatever. You know, we'll put extra money, but then we'll get the job done at those days. But then there are times when they push it. They push for like हाँ चलो 4 दिन के बाद shoot करेंगे, but see if you can get us the priority images so they can release. So उनका chain रुकता नहीं है, तो that will keep going. So that's a respect ना, give and take है.
Yeah.
And that do वो नया producer को नहीं मिलेगा ना. Like you have to be known, or you need to have that expertise or the brands with you. And देखते हैं अभी, yeah, there's still a lot to work, a lot to learn. अभी new technologies and अभी everyone is moving to ये तो अभी दूर है बहुत. But I think the digital aspect is killing the market. I don't know what your thing is, because I think not killing the market. I think it's more like the mainstream is dying than digital killing it. Yeah, it's mostly because people also don't have
That retention span as well for the
yeah,
content.
I think abhi the only time where people probably watch or concentrate is probably movies. Like Animal चल रहा है, probably 3 घंटा देखेंगे. But वो छोड़ के I don't think so there's anyone.
It's a short snackable
Yeah,
10-second
but then,
content.
Yeah, like lunch खा रहे हो 15 रील तो
So
हो गया.
I'll tell you the comparative analysis. The same brand which was asking you 5 years back, okay, we need those 8 kVs or 6 kVs, is the same brand which is asking you. In fact, the brand has grown year on year basis. Will ask you 6 kVs are intact. Then there are 10 digital assets, and then there are 15 reels, and the budget is same.
It is. It is same. It's not like
Yeah.
it's not. But then you have to adapt. If you don't adapt, so basically either you adapt or you perish.
Yeah. That's a law of nature.
Yeah, because it's like either you have that much strength or convictions to tell the client, Baba, ये budget में नहीं होगा. And we have said no to a lot of clients, saying that this budget doesn't work. देखो, end of the day business क्यों करते हैं? पैसे के लिए करते हैं ना. हाँ चलो, there are some projects where you may not make money, but then creatively so aspiring that you want to be involved with that project. हाँ, there are projects like that where probably we may charge lesser fees, or we try to negotiate more with vendors, saying that बाबा ये shoot पे इतना नहीं दे सकते, but next shoot पे तुमको दे देंगे. So those guarantees you do it, but then not every shoot is like that.
No.
हाँ, तो you have to balance it out. I think. But the greatest thing you learn, Max will object to this, but the greatest thing you learn is saying no over a period of time, because वो budget पे नहीं बैठ रहा है. But Max is a yes guy. Like he loves to make things happen in whatever way he can. But there is a different school of thought.
Yeah.
हाँ वो respect है बाबा. Once a job is done, is 1 लाख का हो या 10 करोड़ का हो, the effort is same.
Exactly.
But वो
Because you won't
नहीं.
change your working style for a small account. Exactly.
अभी
So-
मैं client को इंडिका नहीं भेजूंगा just because budget
Exactly,
कम है.
exactly,
It's still gonna be a Krista, still gonna be like हाँ 4 मॉडल को रैपिडो में बिठा के नहीं लेके आऊंगा ना मैं. तो we have accepted कि हाँ budget ये है and we are taking the project. So when you take a project, I think you need to give your 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, that's the way we approach things. अभी and long term relation like रखो. हाँ आज पैसा नहीं बनाया, maybe not today, but then 2 years down the lane when they become the bigger company, yeah, if you would have helped them go there and any minuscule way of you doing production or helping them out, maybe after 2 years they will do something for you, or they'll give you bigger projects or more creatively freedom. वो होता है. So I don't know, see, South का market अलग है, Delhi का market अलग है.
North is very
it's
different.
Like North is very very different. So after COVID, like lot of North clients stuck to North, and a lot of South clients stuck to South.
Earlier it was the other way around.
Yeah, I mean, not like we used to shoot quite a bit for Fab India, Biba, all these clients who are like basically
W as
dominant. No, W we never shot. We're dominant in Delhi, right? But COVID के बाद it was more like for them travel was a hassle, like to come south, yeah, for us to come. So then it became like Delhi photographer, Delhi stylist, Delhi makeup, Delhi production house, and then they've been shooting. And once you lose 2 seasons of client, I think it's very tough to retain in this.
True.
Until unless there's like big screw up from everyone, and then they need someone's expertise or something, then they may come back. But then, ye day and age mein kahan, like, and the chances of someone doing a blunder is it has to be absolutely very intelligent to do that blunders, like as a producer.
Yeah.
Because dumb to koi karega nahi, or yeah, you need to have a lot of money. Who says like money mere ko that doesn't matter. Yeah, but like I want to be associated with these, then that's a different approach. ना वो तुम लड़ भी नहीं सकते हो ना, वो कैसा लड़ोगे तुम लोग? तुम एस्टिमेट 40 का देखो, कोई बोल रहा है मैं 20 में करूँगा, तो क्या करोगे तुम? किडनी बेचना पड़ेगा ना तुमको, तो वही है तो.
I mean, the working style has changed a lot. The usage, the ask from the brand side has gone up high. The last minute request is a challenge for a producer. I'm not like being a cry baby or something like that, but it's sometimes too much.
It gets you after a point ना कि तुम कितना करोगे? Like given a source, given a budget. Like say for example, it's simple है बाबा. अब तुम रेस्टोरेंट गए हो, लिमिटेड मील्स है, वो इतना ही देगा ना.
बिल्कुल.
तो how does it change? You still have all those items to fill you, and then फिर भी तेरे को ऊपर भी चाहिए, then you take unlimited meals, no? तो चावल जितना चाहिए वो उतना देगा ना. But when you are limited, don't expect unlimited. No? So that's a life lesson also, no? कि मेरे पास 100 रुपए है तो मैं 100 ही खर्च करूँगा ना, 150 क्यों खर्च करूँगा? Then I'm going in a loss, no, 50%. So simple logic है, तुम्हारा इतना है budget, stick to that, no? I mean, there is always someone who will give you unlimited meals, but then the taste may not be the same, no?
What's the challenge you find in a celeb shoot versus a normal non-celeb shoot?
No, see, celeb shoots are very nice in a lot of ways because there's time factor, and it's a challenge to finish.
Highly disciplined thing.
Yeah, whatever is thrown is you need to be on set to finish it because we don't have PPMs with the celebrities.
Yeah.
We have a 10 minutes or 15 minutes
Discussion with the management.
discussion with the manager or with the celebrity.
Before the shoot usually.
Before the shoot, like vanity में जब makeup हो रहा है या changing हो रहा है, वो कुछ भी हो. Then you go sit with them, talk to them for 10 minutes. Either I go or Matt goes or with the creative and client, the three of us. We go, we explain कि क्या हो रहा है, what is the sequence of shots, what is the thing. So this is mostly like print I'm talking about, not digital or films. So then you tell them like, because the client has already mentioned to them, because client handles team management and celebrities. So most of the time वो बोला है कि 5 changes है. It's convincing of client. अगर 6 उनको करना है तो they have to talk.
Yeah.
Because वो हमारा deal है. Like model, when we get Ninega models or Thwab or whoever model, then we can talk to those people and then say, Baba, like 1 घंटा extra लगेगा, like but we need to get this done. But then celebrities is something which not in any producer's hand. Yeah. We don't sign up. Yeah. So it becomes very strategically you need to know how to play, like timing wise, because उनका lunch होता है, then like if it's a male celebrity is more easier because the hair change नहीं होता है, you know, those logistically it's tough for a female to do 5 changes in a day, and then because hair change होगा, makeup change होगा, because that takes an hour, half an hour, 45 minutes, whatever. That's eating your shooting time. Yeah. So shooting time normally is like boils down to 3 hours or 2 hours on set, 2.5 hours, and then the rest everything is like for changes and makeup and all. So 2 घंटे में तुम 4-5 shot करना है. So the photographer has to do pre-lighting, setup होगा, all those. Logistically, yeah, it's nice challenge because 8 घंटे के बाद, so once a celebrity goes, the shoot is packed up.
Yeah.
Correct. So we can't do anything about it. So that's a good thing because then everyone is focused for that 8 hours. What's the question? Disadvantages or the cons. Cons is basically like time factor. Because अगर 8 घंटा दे रहे कोई, then it's beautiful because everyone is prepared. But then if prior commitments or whatever, you know, whatever, then they give you 6 hours. Then you already lost an hour of your shoot time. Because you haven't lost time on the makeup and hair, you lost more on the floor time. So then it becomes more challenging, and then photographer, how do you, like, who is the photographer, experience, how do they handle celebrities, lighting kaisa hai, pre-lighting kaisa hai. You still do it, but then will you do 5 changes? No, I mean, you may do like 3 changes.
Yeah.
So and the scope of variations goes lesser. Like shot मिल गया निकलो like change. So that is the challenging part. But that can be with models also, no? Models कई बार 22 घंटा जाएगा. Sometimes you think like अरे 8 घंटे में, you know. So you need to balance it out. एक अच्छा, there are shoots where celebrities will come, we have only 2 changes. 2 घंटे में हो गए, निकल गए.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's a given day.
And talking about the difference of when, because you work with a lot of these photographers and stylists, creative directors abroad as well. What's the difference when we see our creatives here and there, like the way of functioning?
Wise, I think it's different. We don't work with a lot of creatives abroad.
As in the photographers I'm talking about, and the stylists and all that.
See, the way is completely different. Like, I'm not saying it's like they're great and we are not great or anything.
I mean, I'm talking about the working style and all that.
See, working style, I think it again depends your rapport. For us, it's always been a rapport. Like, what is your rapport with the photographer or with the stylist or with the makeup artist or with the client? Once you build the rapport, then it becomes easier. It's more fun. It's more like outdoor is always fun, jovial. You can always, like, you know, you need something. If you build a good rapport, then you'll say it's like, boss, like, client, I don't think so. This is not working. You know, could we change? They're very accommodating, but you need to be very specific. Like, the decks have to be like this, and then when we do a tech recce, the frames are set. So, I mean, obviously there is a movement because you don't do 8 hours of tech recce, right? वो light का थोड़ा change होता है, but then not drastically. Like, say from a red wall, they won't go to a pink wall. If they want to go, they'll ask you why you want to move. It's not that they'll say नहीं करेंगे, but it's more like, why do you want to move?
You have to explain it to them.
Like,
There's to be justification for it.
Not justification, but then when you're on tech recce, if you don't find
Exactly.
So you discuss all those in tech recce.
Tech recce, yeah.
But यहाँ इंडिया में कम होता है ना tech recce भी. कहाँ होता है tech recce? Apart from the films and digital films and print में तुम कहाँ किए हो? Last कब बोलो? Maybe if it's a 4-day shoot or a 3-day shoot, then you do
Yeah,
tech
that
recce.
way, yeah.
But एक दिन का
एक दिन के लिए नहीं.
हाँ, तो लंदन में एक दिन का तुम recce करते हो ना? Tech recce तो करना ही पड़ता है ना? See, you land in the morning, you straight away go to tech recce. Bangkok में वही होता है ना?
Yeah, we do the same.
Bangkok you land
abroad we do every single time. Yeah. Recce.
But
here it's not.
हाँ, क्यों?
सबको सबका पता है, हाँ, ये लोकेशन में ये फ्रेम मिलेगा, ये हो
वही
जाएगा.
मैं बोला ना कि so see, it's not that London photographers don't know where the frame is, but then they still want to be sure कि surprises ना आए. So the approach is different, and then it's paisa. It's like you. So London is very easy because they're all. It's a city, right? And then उसका घर है, इसका है. But then here, if I'm shooting in Bangalore, and then I fly photograph from Delhi 2 days before, 1 day before for recce, then we have to pay TBL बढ़ेगा, all those expenses बढ़ेगा ना. यहाँ तो किसका बढ़ेगा? 4 लोगों का जो जा रहा है लंदन, उसका बढ़ेगा ना. But rest everything is a local crew.
Yeah.
So that's the advantage. Casting एक advantage है उधर.
Get to have open casting, call all the talents and all
like
that.
Cape Town you get like.
Cape Town is known for that. Yeah.
100 models आ जाएंगे. Bangkok is like that.
Bangkok is same. Your hotel
नहीं,
lobby.
but हाँ वही है लो like बच्चों का करो तो you feel like one whole school.
Exactly.
Like एक school पूरा आ गया है बैठा है so.
That's true.
But वही है, I mean, it's a nice challenge. Like weather is a challenge. Like if you think it's like anything could be a problem, no?
Yeah.
From your coffee to food to
anything.
Like if you think it's a problem, it will be a problem.
This time I was doing a campaign and the kid did not want to wear the garment. There was only one ensemble for the model. नहीं किया तो नहीं किया. I had to get another kid model at 1 o'clock in the afternoon and make the change. नहीं था मन उसका. She's like, I'm not liking the fabric.
Best है वो.
Yes.
Industry में you need people like that. Yeah. But I mean, we shoot with kids like some of them. Some of them are.
No, I love shooting when we shot with Dave, na.
Max Fashion.
Kids and all that. The way he handles
No, but
Kids?
he's like he has 3 kids at
Yeah.
home, and then he's a surfer, chill there. Like he knows how to handle things.
Kids. Yeah.
And ये नहीं कि like so the one thing I learned from Dave is like never teach kids and animals how to pose. So simple logic है उसका, तुम छोड़ दो उनको. अगर भागना है तो भागेगा ना. तो I will run with them and I'll get the picture.
Yeah.
Why are you like holding them? The moment you say is like नहीं ऐसा ही करो, they will never do it.
Yeah.
So animals you can't tell the dog no. I mean owner बोल सकता है like हाँ बैठ, बिस्किट खा,
Right. Yeah.
whatever those things. But then as a photographer you can't tell no. लैंग्वेज का भी बैरियर है ना, वो इंग्लिश में बोलेगा वो कुत्ते को समझ में नहीं आएगा.
Yeah.
तो सेम थिंग विद किड्स. आई थिंक किड्स एंड एनिमल्स लाइक द ग्रेट थिंग व्हाट Dave told. Kids and animals you can't.
Yeah.
You just go with the
But he
flow.
did a fab job there. I mean, I was
No, he's
stunned to
brilliant,
see.
yeah, yeah. Well, he is brilliant. एनर्जी है बाबा वो
Yeah.
लाइक 12 घंटे का गोवा हीट में.
Yeah, man. And then he going for a swim
It's
right
always-
after the pack
surfer
up.
है बाबा वो पहले पानी पे जाता है उसके बाद शूट
Shoot
करता है.
करता है.
So yeah, but then that's the way the Cape Town photographers are. Like chilled है. Like बीच में जब break मिल गया तो they'll sometimes get their surfing board and then they'll just go for surf. Chill मार के आ जाएंगे 15 मिनट. But that's the way it's like Sven is like that. Sven is like, again a Cape Town photographer. And he's like that. Chill है बंदा. The camps में भी shoot कर रहे suddenly like.
Do you think we as an Indian artist and all we are taking it too much serious? Like the way
I think it's again culturally we are like miles apart. Like अभी तुम like as a producer for example like shoot चल रहा है तुम सीधा पानी में घुसो. Like you don't have anything to do, right?
No.
I mean, as an EP,
Yeah,
you,
you
got nothing to do on set because you have set up everything. But still try it, no? Just jump in the water.
no chance.
नहीं कितना लोग like
Yeah.
see your thinking is like कितना लोग क्या सोचेंगे? They'll think
Exactly. We're taking it too much seriously.
That, but
Too
then
much.
abroad में we all jump. Like my birthday was pantaloons का shoot कर रहे थे when I had my birthday on the set, which is
Cape
very
Town.
few times and happens. So Max got the cakes and all those jing bang हुआ था. Shoot चल रहा था. Carlos was shooting. Brilliant Italian photographer who shot John का campaign. And then there was a swing. जो swing में बैठ के you jump into the water. And then he said like Sunil is like what are you doing? Like we had a 20 minutes break because the models were changing and all. I said do you swim? I said yeah I do swim. I mean I can survive my ass. Like कहीं भी फेंक दो हाँ बच जाऊँगा. Then he said like let's swim. बोला shoot है. He's like yeah it's gonna take 20 minutes. So let's jump in the water. We jumped in the water. And then everyone jumped in the water. Max jumped, I jumped. I don't know whether the client jumped or not. But I'm just saying is that inhabitation की क्या सोचेंगे?
लोग क्या कहेंगे?
हाँ लोग क्या कहेंगे? But क्या कहेंगे? काम तो like it's not that.
काम हैम्पर
हाँ
नहीं
it's
हो रहा,
not like
काम
you're
हो रहा
taking
है. हाँ,
models, photographers सबको तुम पानी पे तो नहीं ना तुम. You're just going for a 10 minutes like और 5 मिनट का
Yeah.
thing. So that's the way they think. That 5 minutes in 40 degree sun, jump into the water, just refreshes you. Know? You feel much better. Then that's the way they think.
Yeah. Because I remember like even sitting with Dave in Goa and we were talking about life and the travel and his surfing thing and all that. It was like insane. And I remember like the fuck up which happened, the light equipments and all that. And me sitting with Dave chill. Matlab, the way he played as a team that time because he could have said anything and all that. But amazing work, yeah. Like,
Yeah,
like
but
it
then
happened.
that because that was not our first shoot with Dave.
Yeah.
So we have shot with Dave, so
Yeah.
he understands the limitation sometimes. Sometimes the limitations is the place.
Yeah.
So I told him if it was Mumbai and there is a problem with the equipment, I'll get you in 10 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah.
कितना टाइम लगेगा? 10 तो वेंडर है, कोई ना तो कोई लेके आएगा.
True.
But then if you're in Goa, like कहाँ से आएगा? So the limit you need to tell them properly कि limitations क्या है. The first thing is like don't lie. Just tell them the truth.
Exactly.
कि बोल दो कि हाँ बाबा वो लाइट का प्रॉब्लम है या
And हमारा मतलब
we fucked it up, big
Yeah,
deal. Like
yeah.
क्या है? हाँ हम लोग गलती से वो WhatsApp नहीं
और
पढ़े.
यहाँ पे ये प्रॉब्लम है कि मतलब on the contrary when we see the Indian market when we do we work the biggest problem which even I as an EP I face on the floor is like my team saying me आ रहा है 10 minute it takes like 2 hours. You get me the clarity in the first chance saying that 2 घंटा लगेगा and I'm prepared for that and I will plan the things accordingly or I will just tell you okay, this is how the process should go for the next 2 hours when that particular thing is coming. So yeah, they're very specific. You be specific to them, you be honest to them, be clear
No,
to them.
you tell them. No, it's like we had situations with Carlos where there was a screw up with the model. Something happened. I know the story, but I won't tell you what the story is. But then there's something happened, and then he was the only one on set who didn't lose shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, guys, if you need to replace model, it will take 2 hours. So he said, like, why are you asking Sunil so many questions? If it's gonna take 2 hours, it will take 2 hours. You coming in and asking every 10 minutes won't solve the problem. You're just putting stress. Anything. We had to wait 2 hours. Let's all chill, wait. And then we waited. हाँ, but the point is कि अगर point A से point B अगर 1 घंटा लग रहा है, वो 1 ही घंटा लगेगा ना. तुम मेरे को 10 बार फोन करो या 100 बार फोन करो,
Exactly.
तो वो 1 घंटा ही लगेगा ना. तो see, that's where the problem is. So I used to be that guy who used to panically call my driver and say like, हाँ वेंचर क्या लेट कर रहे हैं. Now it's like, हाँ वो बोलेगा सर ट्रैफिक में फंसा हूँ, बैंगलोर का ट्रैफिक है, हाँ डिलीवरी के टाइम में आ जाऊँगा मैं. वो it's just that. No, how do you
No, right. No, we take it too seriously.
No, either see, the problem is either you take it too seriously or you take it too lightly. So there has to be that gap चाहिए, वो bridge चाहिए ना कि हाँ मस्ती भी करो सेट पे, but you need to be serious. You are like EP, कोई तुमको ट्रस्ट करके काम दिया है ना.
काम दिया है.
हाँ, ये नहीं है कि तुम like कुछ कर सकते हो सेट पे, मस्ती कर सकते हो. Yeah, all those sets are fun. We always have a laugh, you know, pull someone's leg or whatever. But then it's all in that spirit, like हाँ चलो काम होगा. It's a nice banter, nice fun environment. तो जल्दी काम होता है. या सब सड़े चेहरा डाल के बैठेंगे तो it's just a negative thing ना. Yeah. Whenever Max walks on set, there's always that energy, no? It's just he'll walk in set, first thing he'll ask is like, hey, did you eat something? No, get some food. Yeah, he's that, no? It's like उसका vibrance ही वही है कि and then people like Max because of that. Like आएगा, मैं तो पूछता भी नहीं हूँ तुम खाए हो नहीं खाए हो. I mean I'll ask, I mean nice, I mean not that criminal, but then I'll ask like खाना खाए हो. But I'll never force someone. हाँ, like खाना लगा है, आपको खाना है तो खा लो. I'm that. But then Max will hold their hands and make them feel, you know, literally खिलाता है. And that's not with shoots, that's with office also.
Always. Even outside, when
outside
off the
same.
projects here, when we're traveling here and there, let's go eat, sit, talk.
But that's the way he likes.
Yeah.
He's a people's person. तो मैं थोड़ा
Because he doesn't drink, and I remember like him taking the call, okay, let's go for a party, and he will hold the beer in his hand.
पीता है वो थोड़ा
No, he will take a sip only, like
हाँ,
2
वही
sips
पीता है.
max. Like you wasted the whole bottle, the whole pint. But yeah, fun.
But वही है ना कि so he has seen the party states of mind, like which not many people have seen. There's only very few people who has seen the smoking, the drinking, all those stuff. So we remember we went to Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh गए थे, and then we were supposed to be there like for 4 days, and then we fell in love with that place for whatever reasons, because we had great friends like Thomas, my friend in Malaysia, then we met Joe, Joe was there, so a lot of fun. हमारा schedule था कि 6 बजे अपो जाते थे, Apocalypse Now is the bar, which is named of the movie, and हम लोग 6 बजे जाते थे, 12 बजे तक पीते थे अपो में. Okay, and then from there we used to go to this place called Go To, which used to go till morning 7 in the morning, like club tha. Rage. And the concept is like me and Thomas are old school concept. We don't have like peg खरीदना का नहीं है, bottle खरीदना.
Bottles. अच्छा.
हाँ.
You order the bottle.
You order the bottle. So normally we order 2 bottles because Joe drinks, you know, Joe drinks, Thomas drinks, I drink, you know, there are like other people. And then the Vietnam concept is very nice. So once you order, people will come and join you. It could be the next table girls or could be the guys, whatever. And then they'll come, they'll pour a drink, and then it is like all ये नहीं कि तू नहीं पी सकता है.
Yeah.
So then you order 2 bottles, you finish 2 bottles, and then you go to Go To, and then you again order 2 bottles, and then you again finish 2 bottles, फिर 1 bottle order करो. And then Vietnam, Malaysia, all these places, because we are so regular, like Thomas was so regular, so you order like a bottle, right, and then you drink say 3/4, and then इतना तो बचा है. So they put a mark, and then they'll give you a slip.
And you can collect
And
it
then
next
when
time.
you go
can start,
next time,
continue.
you continue the same bottle.
Okay.
So you don't like. There's never a time where I said like कि पैसा नहीं है, दारू है. Correct. I mean, there is someone who have bought it or I bought it, whatever. There's just like 3/4 of the bottle, which will help someone. Yeah, you go next day, you start with the 3/4 and then you buy and
Order new
then
one,
you
yeah.
stock and everything. So there were days, so we did that for 5 days. तो plan वही था, 7 बजे रूम जाओ, breakfast करके सो जाओ, wake up at 4 o'clock, shower, lunch or whatever you call it at that time.
Yeah, supper or whatever. Get
Supper,
ready.
हाँ,
Get
अंग्रेजी
ready.
लोग supper बोलते हैं, हम लोग lunch बोलते हैं, late lunch बोलते हैं, production में बोलते हैं हाँ first breakfast है. So we used to have that, and then Max used to join us later because Max can't, like, he likes coming out, but then he doesn't like drink like us. Like, he's not a fish. Basically, he'll just sip his vodka, whatever it does. So there are times when the last day I still remember. So you normally wear shorts. It's hot, right? Shorts and t-shirt. Like I told you, I never was in pants. So shorts, flip flops, and Goto has this weird place where you walk down the stairs, and there's candles everywhere. Like next to the I don't know which place in this world where you're gonna walk drunk and then they have these candles, lit up candles. Fake wala nahi hai. Then walked in, I was drunk to the core because it's like 4 din ka daru tha basically. I was out, I walked in, cut my leg, all the wax was on my leg and I was bleeding. I don't remember. I mean, I know there's like something happened with my
it's
leg.
like a hangover kind of thing.
हाँ मैं गया मैं बैठा then Thomas is like bro I want to eat beef. So I was like चलो खाएंगे like broth like soup whatever you get the soup in the morning like chicken whatever. And then I had and I still remember vividly like Max is cleaning my wound. Like पूरा wax था. Like I still have the shots with the wax. I still kept it as memory. Okay पूरा wax था and there's a cut and I was bleeding. Max is scolding at the same time like वो कुछ नहीं कर सकता because दारू पिया था तो then he cleaned the thing and then he put the band-aid. Whatever happened. Then we went and had ice cream at 6:15. Like you're drunk, you do stupid things. And then I went to the room and I had a flight at 3 in the afternoon. And I had to be in the airport by 12 international. I was going to Bangkok and then Bangkok was supposed to stay 2 days because my Australian friends are coming. So like हाँ चलो अभी 5-6 घंटा. I don't know how I reached airport. And I was wearing my sunglasses and the counter they said like so you need to take your glasses off. I said like, I can't because I couldn't see like इतना bright था. I was wearing my glasses and I'm still like please like don't ask me to take my glasses off. So you need to take off because we need to see the face. Then I did this. It's like so you need to open your eyes. I'm like dude I can't open my eye. It was that bad hangover. पता नहीं Bangkok कैसा पहुंचा है. So my friends. They're great friends, but they're assholes. So like, I called my friends and like, dude, I'm like mad hangover कि 4 दिन का 15 bottle का whiskey है. They're like, dude, the best way to cut hangover is to drink. And I was in Ho Chi Minh airport, and my friend said like, me being me, I said like, हाँ.
ठीक है, let's have one more.
Like हाँ चलो ये भी try कर लेते. फिर पिया, फिर flight में पिया. By the time I reached Bangkok, it's like a 2-hour flight or whatever. I reached
1.5 2 hour, Ho Chi Minh to
like
Bangkok.
6 कुछ था, 6 बजे मैं पहुंचा. I was wide awake. It's like, but I was like screwed inside. Like चेहरा पूरा उतर गया था, like dark circles. But I was awake. And then my friends came in, then we partied. And that's why when I came back, is where I quit alcohol.
Oh, that was a trip.
So that was a trip, and yeah, that was October. Yeah, exactly. That's a trip. I mean, I came back and then we were like I was not drinking because Bangalore mein utna we don't drink, and I can't drink alone. Like which is touch wood, which is
Good-
a very nice
good
thing
thing,
because
yeah.
I needed some company.
Yeah.
So then after 3 months, I quit alcohol. I mean, alcohol is very easy to quit. It was mostly like a social norm. हाँ चलो पी रहे. Then yeah, smoking was still going on. Like 40 cigarettes, 2 double packs a day. Then all the great habits of eating at 2 in the morning and whatever sleep didn't matter because you abuse your body to a point, right? And then cigarettes, I think Jan 2017 is what I quit. So it's been like 8 years now, 7 years plus. वो भी ऐसे cold turkey था. Like because there's no other way I could quit smoking. I just on my birthday just had 2 drags and I threw my cigarette and I said like I had my friends. And I said yeah I'm done with smoking. And then as usual you have great friends, right? So they put bets on me saying that हाँ एक हफ्ता चलेगा या 1 महीना चलेगा. इसलिए लाखों में गए कोई एक चूतिया भी पैसा नहीं दिया अभी तक. I would have made like probably like I would have bought a BMW. इतना पैसा डाल दिया बोले कि नहीं ये इसका नहीं होगा. Like एक हफ्ता.
Yeah.
But then you just quit because like after a point your body gives you signs and it's the same thing like like, so I realized after a while, this is something like Gyan which I got last year. So someone said like, have you ever tried weed? I tried once, twice. One was in Bangalore and one was in New Zealand. New Zealand I was hallucinated like mad. And then that was a different story. And then that's the 2 times I had. And then I realized like if I start having weed, I'll get addicted to it. Then last year, surprisingly, I was in Italy, in Cinque Terre. You remember I sent you a picture, the beach mein jo, I sent you a picture saying that I'm at the beach
Village.
in Italy.
Yes, I remember.
That's the time when it stuck to me saying that I have an addictive behavior. Like जो भी करता हूँ ना 100% जब दारू पीना है पियो, सुट्टा मारना है मारो. Like now it's like that running, whatever. That's like I'll give my 100%. Like so, luckily I never touched drugs. Like a lot of people ask me, like, have you tried it? Because I don't want to try it. Because the problem is, मेरे को अच्छा लगा ना. There's no stopping me, right? I mean, पैसा है, like थोड़ा बहुत तो है पैसा, like कितना करो. But then there's no stopping, right? And then the avenues are so like, you know, you travel to Amsterdam, and now Thailand also got weed and everything. So luckily I never tried. And I don't want to try because the same reason. Now it's been 7 years. One of my friend was asking like a week back. It's like अभी तो 7 साल हो गए अब एक drag करके देख. Whether you'll have that aversion. I said like वो drag ना 7 साल का जो रुका था ना, I'll finish in 1 year. जो that's the way it is, no?
Yeah.
Like once you quit something and then you go back, it's double of what you
True.
do.
Yeah,
So I said no, I'm not. Like beer तो पी ले, beer तो दारू नहीं है. Like social norms में beer दारू नहीं है ना. Just like have a sip, doesn't matter. But I said नहीं, वो beer होगा, फिर whiskey होगा, फिर वो ये.
It never stops then.
हाँ पटियाला होगा, फिर 180 होगा, फिर वही bottle होगा, फिर max मेरा कहीं ना कहीं तो, you know, yeah. So it's that. So I got no regrets. जो करना है,
Great.
करो. But then yeah, good thing is I realized when I was 40 saying that Baba, age is catching up. You're not anymore 30. You abuse your body for so long. Now I still abuse the body in a good way. Like I still wake up, run, train, whatever. But then that's you still abuse, right? I mean, you still abuse.
Push your body
in a good
something
way.
good. Yeah, in a good way.
Yeah, you eat on time. You don't eat junk. You keep it much better because, like I said, like now what you do is what you gonna be at 60.
Yeah.
So that's a plan. So lot of last 1 year, a lot of podcasts happened, which I used to hate. Now I listen to a lot
You
of
enjoy.
podcasts. Yeah, I enjoy it because I think it's a struggle. Like Joe Rogan and
Yeah.
Goggins is someone I really like.
Goggins I love.
Goggins is mind fuck. Like karna hai. So
Insane
his thing is like,
mind
you know, you do a rep. The last rep is what you need to count. Like ab 20 maro, so you're tired, right? And then that's where he says like you start counting on the 21st, not on the 20th.
When you get tired.
When you get tired.
That's when you should start counting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So uska mind, it's
Yeah,
like so
yeah.
strong. I mean, someone like that, Courtney Dolewater, like she's one of my favorite ultra marathoner. She'll beat a guy like 10 घंटे से, like she'll finish a race in like 60 hours, and the guy is finishing 68 hours. So she could literally go have a shower, sleep, come back, and is still running. Like, so that's mental, right?
Yeah,
That's mental. So then there's Chris Williamson is really nice. Like, so hey, I mean it's
No, but it's interesting. I mean, the way I see you, the way you're leading your life, it's a mix of travel, experiences, friends. I mean, you meet more.
no, but I don't have a lot of friends.
No, but I understand
I have
you
very
so-
close. The
Close?
friends
Huh.
are very close. I'm
Close.
very. I'm not like I'm fun to be on set. I don't know. That's what I think. Like it's like first date. You don't want to show yourself. You just there's a saying, you know, ki your representative goes on a first date.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
the true one comes after a month,
After
or
some
after
time.
10 days,
Yeah.
or after 20 days. So that's how it is. Like it's only very few people. I have like very close circle, like 4-5 friends. हाँ दारू जब पीता था बहुत थे. Like WhatsApp तो बहन चो 5 बजे से शुरू हो जाता है. कहाँ जा रहे हैं दारू पीने? But the moment you quit drinking, you quit smoking, then the circle also becomes lesser. Now it's like more like health runner. Like Harsha, we studied together, and now he's running a Berlin with me. So you are supposed to run marathon with
I'll run
me.
very soon.
हाँ तो वो पता नहीं कब होगा, but हाँ that is
I will
there.
do.
So it's just like Yamin is there, you know Yamin. How
Yaman also
he
changed, revolutionized a lot.
how
Like
he
his
changed.
body, man.
Yeah, like that's inspiration.
The fun thing is the moment he comes to my office and he orders a salad, he's eating salad, and then I see him and like, You're like, it's because of you only.
No, but I mean,
It's
I
like-
don't take. हाँ, story तो अच्छा
Discipline,
था,
yeah.
like whatever I have done, I spoke to him, whatever, and then, but then he still needs to put the effort. No? तुम भी ये story 10 बार सुने हो, तुम डाले हो क्या? नहीं ना.
I will put.
So it's someone who has done it is what my
That's the
inspiration.
process which counts. Like you
No, देखो
believing in that
मेरा
process and
लॉजिक
doing
सिंपल
it.
है बाबा. लाइक तुम ज्ञान सदगुरु भी ज्ञान फेल सकता है. करेक्ट.
Yeah.
फेलता है. आई ऑल्सो ज्ञान फेलते, तुम भी फेलते.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't come within you, like no one can do shit.
Nobody.
तुम सुनेगे, तुम चिप्स खाते हुए.
No chance.
Like
It's an inner calling.
inner
Completely.
calling ना.
Yeah.
Like एक दिन तुमको लगेगा कि हाँ कुछ करना है. And either that's a day where you will do it or you don't do it. See मेरा लाइफ में ना एक ही सिंपल है. Like be happy. Don't come to me and ask is like मेरे को sir I want to lose weight, tell me how. And if I tell them how, like I'm not expert. I'm not claiming that that my way is the best method because what I know is what I know. I know my body. I don't know someone's body. But then मेरे पास मत आओ ना कि sir like how did you lose weight, and then I tell them for 2 hours कि क्या क्या हुआ, and then suddenly you start fucking eating chips and रसमलाई order कर लिया दोपहर में and खा
And
लिया.
lassi and all that.
हाँ, तो how do you like justify it?
Yeah.
हाँ, you are happy eating biryani at 2 in the morning. I was very happy.
I'm
But
still happy.
mentally I was not happy after a point.
Yeah.
I said like I need to change. मैं वो थोड़ा था like family का issue आया था, like when I lost dad, there's a mental thing because there's a responsibility which I never had. There's an additional thing, and then you like it's a black hole, right? I mean, so there's a difference between the sadness and the depression. Correct? I was sad. I was never depressed. Like there's a difference.
yeah.
People don't like everything now. Everyone calls everything depression. Or he's depressed, but you could be sad. Like every human being has a right to be sad. Not that 24 hours he has to be happy. That's an emotion, right? I was sad. I was not happy. Inside I was not happy. Maybe outside I was still shooting, laughing, but inside I was never happy because that was not who I was. Like chalne mein problem hota tha, and every 6 months I was breaking bones, and Max was like really pissed off with me. Obviously, like lifestyle ka shoot tha. We had a US polo shoot, and then I fucking break my leg and I can't travel. And then obviously it's something I don't like. हाँ, जाके नहीं गिरा था, but then हुआ था. It's an accident. But then still there's so much pressure on him because दो लोगों का काम एक को करना है ना.
Yeah.
So he had to take the client, and then we planned everything like okay, I will do lifestyle, he will do US polo, सब planning हो गया था. गए थे, just broke my leg, came back, and उससे पहले साल I had a problem with the wrist, then shoulder was like a 2 years of rehab. So last 5 साल में like 2018 to 2018 हाँ 17 से 20 तक 18 से 20 तक the 3 years, yeah, there's a lot of accidents and lot of pressure because I never knew, like at one point I thought like I'll never use my right hand. So like Peru में जो भी हुआ था accident हुआ था, then because we had so much, like it's not a physical thing because the doctors, you go to a doctor and then the doctor says like वो लोग किए थे, like it was 30 years old technology what they use. So one doctor says नहीं अभी जो भी किया गंदा किया, we need to break it and re-surgery and everything. So that is one opinion. Second opinion is like नहीं ये like the whole thing we have to like remove the whole thing, put a new thing. तो जो भी डॉक्टर जाता हूँ, like I went across the India like 6-7 doctors and everyone had a different opinion. Like how can like 7 orthopedicians have 7 different opinions? Like कोई ना कोई तो बोलो ना बाबा कि हाँ. Then my doctor in China गया, वो like Bangalore, he said see it's broken, no point us breaking again. Okay, so we have to wait. It's a long process, but then you are in for the long process. So then that taught me something, saying that it's like we take everything for granted. Like भगवान ने हाथ दिया है, पाँव दिया है, आँख दिया है, सब दिया है. Then we take everything for granted, and then suddenly like 1 year, 1.5 years, you can't use your right hand.
That absence will make you understand the beauty of the presence.
Exactly. Like what do you lose? Like the simple things. It's not even a big thing. Like I can't ride a bike. That is different. Like Munna used to take me to the hospital. But then imagine if there is a remote on my right hand side. TV ka remote hai. To take that remote, I have to either get up or ask someone to give me the remote because I can't use my right hand. So small things, like you can't eat. Me being South Indian, like can never eat rice and with spoon, and I can't eat with the left hand because I never been trained with left hand. So small things will change your whole perception of how you see life, and we take everything for granted. Like, So I'm just saying, it's like वो 3 साल, like maybe if that wouldn't have happened, I would have been still the same. Maybe now at 120 or whatever, could have been bigger, could have been smaller, whatever. But then those things teach you, right?
Yeah.
The 40th, I called all my friends. Bloody people flew from Malaysia to be with me, and then on my birthday, I broke my leg. And then the whole thing is like Max was pissed because it's like, dude, like how many things you will gonna break? Like, हाँ वो तो है, like पाँव हो गया,
Limit ही नहीं है, चल ही रहा है.
कितना बड़ा. Then because I went to the doctor said, like your upper body is 80 kilos, your legs are for 30 kilos. How are you like managing it? You will fucking break more things if you don't lose weight.
Yeah.
But वो subconsciously दिमाग में बैठ गया था. This was in Jan. And then the funny part was I had to go pick up mom in Feb 28th. I went to pick up mom. And then I came back on March 5th. March 6th was Tamanna shoot in Bombay. March 7th was Tamanna shoot. And March 11th was Ben Stokes shoot in Sri Lanka. And I didn't tell my mom that I broke my leg. So the day I landed in US, obviously my cast वो तभी निकला था. I had a cast and everything, and then I was limping. Obviously I was limping. So when I went home, my mom, the first thing she says like, "What did you break? Like, did you break your leg?" And then I say, "Yeah, I had an accident." And then she also felt like, you can see the pain, right? I mean, like for her, me suffering is as good as she's suffering. Like that's every mom, right? And then all those small things like put me in that subconsciously कि like तभी भी मैं बिरयानी खाता था, सब खाता था. ये नहीं है कि उसी दिन शुरू किया. Then I came, we did Ben Stokes in Sri Lanka, and then we came on March 14th, and lockdown was 23rd.
Yeah.
Correct, 23rd was a lockdown.
23rd,
But then
20
तब तक तो पता चल गया कि हाँ COVID चल रहा है, and then all these international passengers have to be quarantined. So कोई आया घर को like वो stamp भी डाल के गया था, quarantine, whatever. I didn't understand that. But anyway वो डाला था. Then mom got stuck in Coimbatore, so because I was traveling, so mom went to her mom's place and then my granny's place, and then she got stuck. So घर पे अकेला था. And yeah, that's why just one second realization seeing that. So basically I saw like my own reflection and I couldn't recognize who that was. And that's an eye opener. But then I could have said, fuck it, order a biryani and then be happy, or just change. And then that's one incident, no? Like, see, for any building block, like for anything new to construction, you need to have all those foundations, right?
Yeah.
A good way or a bad way. Like the small things add up to something. Either that's for good or that's for bad. How you see it.
Yeah.
For me, I think that was a time where I decided like, नहीं change करना है, because it's like I was sure like हाँ अभी 5 साल से ज़्यादा नहीं रहूँगा. It was that fear. But fear is something where you don't know like कि क्या कर.
And then the COVID happened, there's no gyms to go बाहर जाएंगे तो फाइन डालते हैं.
Do the different nights together, do we?
हाँ, so those are the days like where कुछ नहीं था, YouTube पे वीडियो देखो, क्या वही तबाता कर रहा है, पता भी नहीं स्पेलिंग वो मैं कर रहा हूँ. Oh, you do jumping jacks, you do yoga, you do Surya Namaskars, whatever. I mean, whatever I could move my body, I could move my body. But yeah,
Pain to change altogether.
change, hey, but then yeah, it comes with a cost. Okay, so then it becomes a discipline, then it becomes a lifestyle. Then no one's like everyone stops calling you because you have dinner at 7. And then so all my friends I meet is for coffee. Because dinner तो कोई करता नहीं है इतना जल्दी. No, like Harsha, he starts eating like 7. So yeah, we always go and eat at 7. ये नहीं कि 7 बजे ही खाना. 7 एक दिन चलता है, because it's not that
like one day overeat, I won't put on weight. Not that one day diet you will lose weight. It's a simple concept. People don't understand that. So you understand how your body works. I think you're in a good place. And then with Max is always like, कुछ ना कुछ तो खाएंगे. Like office गएंगे तो like I'm like I don't touch sugar, like you know. And then, but there are days when I have cravings, and you just go and eat ice cream. Yeah, like, you live once.
True.
But then you don't need any guilt.
Yeah.
Khao, like if you are in a happy space and you enjoy chips and biryani and mutton, whatever, be happy.
Yeah.
But if you want to change, then it's a different story. But then there's a confusion, like they want to change but they don't want to give up this. वो होता ही नहीं है ना.
You have to leave from where you are for where you want to be. It's a simple thing. It's a transition. It's a journey altogether. But
See,
yeah, it was-
permutation combination तो होता है. See, problem is it's a long term process. It's a lifestyle change. See, अगर तुमको 5 किलो कम करना है ना, it's different. You can do ketos, you can do diet, you can do whatever, and then lose it in 2 months just for the wedding or just to fit into your pants or like a special occasion. हाँ, अगर तेरे को 20-30 किलो कम करना है ना, वो 2 महीने में नहीं होगा बाबा. वो it's a long game. Like तुम
But now, how do you see, like, do you tease Max at times? No, on the weight.
No, I was teasing him every day. No, because see, Max का problem क्या है ना? So Max eats. He's a stress eater. Like उसको अगर call आ गया call, like कुछ भी issue है ना?
He needs something to munch.
No,
into.
he evidently goes into that. Like, so now we make small changes. Like instead of having a chocolate, we have dark chocolate in office. You know? So अगर उसको खाना भी है ना chocolate, then he'll eat a dark chocolate, which is like less sugar, less.
Yeah.
It's much better, like 95, 96. He loves dark chocolate. तो वो खा लेगा और see, he tries. It's not that I'm not saying he doesn't try, but then trying and doing is two different things. See, he will do it. See, either he will do it at one point of time, sometime soon. Hopefully, he realizes. Abhi we have a lot of talks. See, I'm the only one on this earth, or his parents, who can tell him. And I don't have soft love for anyone. Again, if I feel like my like hardness or my anger comes because I like him. Because I want
love.
him to be better at 60. तो मैं जब बोलता हूँ ना, मैं गुस्से से बोलता हूँ. मेरा वो प्यार का हो गया है. So now we like with the conversation, like after a point I also think it's like नहीं यार, I mean I don't have a right. Like just because I have changed, I don't expect the whole world to change. No, कि मेरा कौन सा right है on him to tell him. So I stopped telling him. जिस दिन वो आके मेरे को बोलेगा ना, बोलता है. It's like dude, like you know, my leg is paining or my knee is hurting. Then I'll tell him like Bob, you need to start working out. I'm not saying lose weight. I'm just being like walk karo. Just go. I'm not preaching everyone to like be a runner or lose weight. Weight is scales. Like some people's body weight is so much. Like see, I want people to have like a basic lifestyle. Like walk kar lo.
Yeah.
See, like I always tell like a lot of people like तेरे को phones बहुत आता है. Correct.
Keep walking and talking.
Keep walking and talk. No,
Yeah.
बाबा पार्क चले जाओ, हवा है, fresh air है, लोग कम हैं. You can talk, walk. I'm not saying stop talking or stop walking. You can do both. And then you feel nicer.
Yeah.
Like Max loves walking. Like London जाते तो वो 30,000 steps walk करता है.
My God.
We both walk. We are mad. Like train लेते नहीं है. Like we will walk. Oxford में 12-13,000 करता है. He's fit. He's not that 10 कदम चल के he'll pant or whatever. He's fit, but
2 hours.
क्या है?
About 2 hours.
यही होगा. मैं तेरे को बोला था शुरू करेगा तो रामायण ही होगा आज. नहीं. So it's basically the same thing. यार. Like I tell people. I mean who come and ask me, I'll tell them. But then like I don't have any right on someone to force it. मैं तेरे से 100 बार बात किया हूँ ये. But then it's I will never force you, no. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing with someone who's smoking. I tell him बाबा मत कर. एक बार बोलूँगा तो उसके बाद no. See, either they'll try to avoid you.
Yeah.
Correct. Guilty. मैं भी वही करता था ना. Like कोई आता था मेरे को.
Been there, done that.
हाँ. It's not that I haven't done it.
Yeah.
Okay, I have done it, so I understand exactly कि वो loop क्या होता है. Like if someone comes to me, like my cousins who I was like into running and all, whenever they used to come to me, I used to fucking escape. क्योंकि मेरे को पता है topic क्या है. कि वो बोलेगा तू like I think you should start working out. बोलते मैं ऐसे तू like you do yours thing, no? Why are you
I'll do
telling
mine,
me?
yeah.
मेरे को क्यों बोलते?
Yeah.
So that's the same logic I put. Like what right I have to tell anyone?
So we discussed a lot, yeah, I know.
तेरे को weight कम करना है. Maybe that is not your.
No, that's not my inner calling at the moment, being honest.
नहीं तुम्हारा नहीं बाबा दुनिया में like anyone for that matter of fact. It's like I'm not saying it's like I'm the fittest guy, but then I'm trying to be fit in whatever capacity I have. So that's the way I see like but aesthetically like I don't want a six pack like वो चूतिया.
You should be fit.
Yeah, you should like मेरे को अभी तुम बोलो ये पहाड़ चढ़ना है सर मैं चढ़ जाऊँगा. That's all I need. I don't want. हाँ अभी आप बोलोगे कि चलो सर यहाँ से 20 किलोमीटर भागो, हाँ जूता दे दो मैं भाग लूँगा, हाँ वो पेन में भागूंगा या 4 घंटे में भागूंगा, वो दैट्स सेपरेट, बट देन दैट मेंटल स्ट्रेंथ आई हैव टू फिनिश इट. So that is the whole point. Like Max also asks, like he always says, like, are you mad to do this? At one point he was saying is like, तू इतना training क्यों कर रहा है? It's like you lost weight, you're fit, you are running. But then, so my problem is like मैं नहीं करूँगा ना. I'm always scared to that I may go back.
Back to that stage.
Yeah, but then I don't want to go back. Not now. Maybe 10 years. I don't know if I break, something happens, and then I can't run or I can't be physically active. Then if something happens like that, then it's a different point. But then when you're fit, when you are able, that fear is always there in my head, which is a good fear. Ki, like, you know, shayad मैं like the weighing scale also I keep saying, I tell my trainer also, is like, by it's like 73, now I'm like 74, now the last time I checked was like 73. I told Satish is my trainer, great guy. So I told him, Satish, it's like fucking 73 yaar. It's like, dude, your protein intake is like 3 scoops. You are building muscle. Like, yeah, I'm like, I can see my shoulders like little broader now. Oh, मेरा waist same है. But it's just like it's growing. I can see the muscle. I'm not saying like Arnold की तरह आ रहा है, but then I can see the difference. So that's muscle weight also, no? कि protein.
No, you have changed a lot. That's an inspiration altogether.
हाँ तो वही है ना. I mean वही inspiration किस.
No, but the point is that one thing which I like about us is like when we are like together and like the discipline which you follow, like your meal time, your coffee time, you're very specific, and that's the process. It's in everything. It's not just in your lifestyle, health or whatever. It's in everything. Be it work, be it life, be it family. Like it
No, but see, that's something I learned over the years. Like if I go to London, it's not that I sleep till 8. I'll still be up at 6. I'll still go for a run. I'll still have my coffee. I'll still have lunch at 1, dinner at 7. ये नहीं है कि लंदन में हो चलो टाइम चेंज करें. हाँ होता है. When I'm shooting, sometimes we are so busy. Whatever. I still try to stick to the schedule of what my body wants. Because वो पूछता है ना. Like जब when you get hungry at 1, automatically it will ask. So it's just a like discipline है. It's a lifestyle change है, and then you're in a good space, no? Headspace, you're happy, you know, you read a lot, you travel. क्या चाहिए बाबा? What else you need?
all great.
Like पैसा क्या? हाँ पैसा चलो वो तो बन जाएगा. Like see, if you work hard, you're sincere to what you do, you will make money. आज नहीं तो कल बना लोगे. But how much you want? कितना करोगे? हाँ उसके लिए तुम. Like I have friends who slog their asses.
And then they always, whenever they see me, they're like, dude, they travel. It's like, you also have a choice, but then your goals are different in life, ना? तेरे को 4 बंगला बनाना है, ऑडी चलाना है, BMW चलाना, social status में रहना है. I don't want. I'm very happy. तेरे को tattoos बनाना है. That's the way I look at. I'm looking at things in a different. Yeah. I mean, next time I want to go to like Iceland. Just spend 2 weeks at Iceland. Like phone game, nahi, like yeah. So the only thing I'll do is like call up mom and say, "Ha, I'm okay." That's one call I do every day. I talk to mom for a second or a minute or 10 minutes, whatever. So that's something I always do. Whether she's in US or wherever, I'll make one call saying that, "Ha, like have you had food or whatever." Just basics. And that's what they want. No? They don't want to know कि तुम दीपिका को shoot कर रहे हो शाहरुख खान. They just want
बेटा ठीक है खाना खाया टाइम पे कि नहीं
हो गया. That's like 2 minutes का call, and we have a lot of people don't do this, and I love Max for that. Max like वो एक दिन भी नहीं जाएगा without talking to his parents. Irrespective of where in the world we are, he will speak to his parents, and the same I do, like, you know, because it's like grounding होता है. You need that element of
Someone grounding you, and that's why we've been brought up. And so like बहुत ये भी है ना कि his dad was a banker, my dad was a banker, like same situation.
My dad is also a banker.
Your dad is a banker. So there are a lot of things which we learned, you know, from childhood. Like, you know, there's that process था कि my dad or your dad or Mac's dad never said like तुम 10th पास हो जाओ तुमको बाइक दिलाएंगे. My dad like touch wood, he always used to say 10th पास होगा कॉलेज जाएगा, 10th पास नहीं होगा आई एम ए बैंक मैनेजर, ऑटो का लाइसेंस, ऑटो का लोन जल्दी मिल जाता है तो तू यू कैन सर्वाइव. तेरे को कॉलेज जाना है, ऑटो ड्राइवर बनना है. आई लाइक हाँ बाइक देते थे when I was in degree. I never asked him like degree पास होगा तब बाइक मिलेगा. There's never that thing. My dad only taught us like education. जितना पढ़ना है पढ़ो. I will sponsor it and don't expect anything from us. And I follow the same. My sister follows, my brother. Everyone follows the same rule कि क्या है like घर है whatever. That's their house. That's their money, Baba.
Yeah.
He worked hard for that.
Yeah.
You know, who are we to have that right on that?
True.
हाँ कोई नहीं है, then that's a different thing. But then it's like we are brought up in that scale कि हाँ education है.
You give the education and then that's up to them completely what they want to do and all that.
हाँ कि अभी एजुकेशन भी दो, उनका घर भी दे दो, सब दे दो,
गाड़ी
उनका
भी
पेंशन भी दे दो, सब दे दो, तो बेंच तुम लोग क्या कर रहे हो? So those are the things which we come in. ये नहीं है कि me and Max had like angel investor means interest, no? Like बेंच तो हम लोग floor like
Otherwise
props
you would have
करते
gotten
थे.
like startup of the year award every day.
Oh, let's not get into the entrepreneur and startup of the. नहीं मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि see we started from somewhere. You know?
From scratch,
From
made it big.
scratch,
I'm
and
proud
we
of
are
that.
not scared to go back because we know how to get back.
Back, exactly.
हाँ, तो there's no that वो fear नहीं है बाबा कि चलो आज like 6 महीना कुछ काम नहीं है तो like imagine 6 महीना तुमको काम नहीं है, what do you think?
Yeah.
Like just asking you.
If I'll say okay, the market is not there, our client is not there, there's no money in the market.
Correct?
Yeah,
तुम
this
ये
is the thing.
सोचते हो
हाँ.
अगर 6 महीना मेरे को पता है काम नहीं आएगा,
हाँ.
I would say another 15 countries.
No, but same goes for me
I'm
as
just
well.
saying कि हाँ
हाँ.
6 महीना तुम्हारा काम नहीं है, I'm not stopping my life, no.
हाँ, exactly same here.
हाँ मैं travel करूँगा, I'll see the world.
I have
अरे
like 6-7
महीना
different
like-
micro ventures and I work because for me it's the simple thing is I get the ROI of my day. I started my mental clock starts at 8 in the morning. I get up, get ready, start working. That's the ROI of my day. It doesn't work whether Go is working or Propadda or the Go Studio Rentals or Chinna Valley Designers like or Spice Ocean or the whole furniture thing or the
props
B2B, the
and
forest
हाँ, वो भी, हाँ.
produce and all, like this 7-8 different micro things which are happening. I don't care. I know I'll be busy in something or else. I know I'm busy helping somebody earn the livelihood. Because direct and indirect employment is more than like what now 50 in all the ventures. किसी में 2, किसी में 4. The leather thing for that matter, like 1-2 people are involved. They're getting salaries from the last 1.5 year. बना रहे हैं collection. I'm liking it, not liking it, whatever it is. So I'm like that. I am not literally not concerned. Like for me, it's like आ रहा है ठीक है नहीं भाई. There are a lot of things to do. I can explore. I can study.
Best है.
Like honestly speaking, when I get a day off, when nobody's in the office, like usually they don't come on Sundays and all that. I'm in the office on Sundays. I come to office, you know, like we talk and all that. The best time is like when I pick a book. There is nobody in the studio. Like Raj is roaming around and all that. I pick a book, I read for an hour.
हाँ वही है.
Best time. And I get that feeling. Fuck, when I have an office, there is an AC on. And I get to read a book of my own choice. And I'm reading like 10-15 pages. So I mean, technically I'm reading somebody's experience, that gist of like multiple years of experience in that 1 hour. And I'm taking it forward, implementing in my life. Nothing can beat that happiness, that kind of thing. and all
Simple things, Baba. Simple things in life is much better than the.
that. And you know me, like we are the same thought. दाल रोटी खिला दो भैया हम बहुत खुश हैं.
हाँ बाबा क्या खाएगा like कितना तुम पास्ता 5 stars खाओगे every day. It's not that you can't afford it, but then you may not like it. Like पैसा is secondary, right? I mean it's your life also, right? I mean कितना दिन तुम like अगर तुमको लीला जाना है फिर वो ड्रेस करना है, correct? You need to wear shoes, you need to wear jing bang, and everyone is scared कि हाँ कोई मिल जाएगा जो जान पहचान वाला, तो you have to dress up well, not for yourself, for them. तो तुम जाओगे फिर खाना खाओगे, वही है ना. यहाँ क्या है, जाओ नेक्स्ट ढाबा जाओ दाल चावल खा लो, हो गया है ना.
Same, right.
So like simple things is what people are missing.
Right.
That's the problem, no? The simple happiness what you get from small
I mean,
things.
the friends which I'm in touch with mostly from college, I mean, they take me to these dhabas. And I mean, 2 of them recently took me to a dhaba. We 3 people are eating our dinner and the bill is less than $500. And like, this is how much I pay for water when I go out in a restaurant. I pay more than that for the water because I've got like 4-6 bottles of water.
No, but then it's
and
like
they're happiest of all.
when I came for DLF, when I took you and Utu Nishant and everyone
Where
for
did we
the old city tour
Huh.
where I wanted to shoot.
Huh.
And then we all went.
Went
You
and-
remember the tea and the bun what
Bun,
we had.
yeah, exactly.
It's a
It was
fucking the most awesome thing. And then we all, yeah, obviously you guys went to that restaurant and had meat.
Yeah.
And the small things, Baba.
Yeah.
Yeah, those what matters. No?
Chai bun.
Yeah, yeah, the chai bun. Or,
Sitting there, आराम
हाँ.
से वेट कर रहे चाय बना के
चाय बन,
पिलाएगा
हाँ.
भाई पिला नहीं रहा अपने स्वैग में वो
And then the other thing is like that picture what we shot, the barber.
Barber
wala.
one.
So it's like those things are
those are the memories which you will always carry with you. मतलब, that is the thing na. Like even when we said with Sharon, we were discussing the same thing. Great imagery you must have shot. More than 50 countries you traveled and all. But those are the micro things which you pick up and oh, this is how it works. This is how it functions. Or this is how it was like that. वो
No,
memories
see, there
होता
are
है.
like, see, big things will never change you. The small things will change.
Yeah.
कि वही है ना लॉजिक तो वही है ना कि तुम किसी को मिले and then they have said some sentence which you could take it to your grave because it's a great sentence.
Yeah.
So like Chris Williamson का वो कुछ है which is like one of my favorite sentences. See, the basic thing is like I think he says the magic you are looking in or you're looking at is the thing you are avoiding. The magic what you're looking for is the thing you are avoiding, which is not true because हम like unknown try नहीं करते हैं ना.
Exactly.
Like the moment you go into the unknown factor,
And they say
how
that
do you know? Like,
exactly. So they say that sometimes an opportunity knocks on your door silently. You gotta grab it. So you never know. So you gotta be open to things, ideas, people, places, and everything around.
correct.
You can't build that wall around you and say, okay, अभी सब कुछ इसी में
You
आएगा.
can't be at this day and age. You can't be a frog in the well, no? And then think that the well is the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then there's so much outside that
Yeah.
whole aspect. No?
And that's a great thing, you know, because it's like, the things what we are avoiding, where people will love it. Like running was something I used to hate. Now it's I love.
And I love running. I've told you like my thing. That was like the spiritual thing for me. That 1 hour, 1.5 hour, 2 hours on treadmill or going out and all that. That's best thing. Like even back in COVID, during COVID, I went for a trek with my brother and another friend of mine. I will always, that's the thing I've taken out the grave. Because
It's always that, no?
1, 2, 3. 3 days of constant walking. And reaching to that high altitude alpine lake and living in between the places like the villages you're asking वही सोने को मिल जाएगा तो
हाँ वही
सो लो.
तुम इंडिया में किए हो
And then you
मैं
pay in the
वो,
morning 200, 400, 500
whatever.
whatever
Sometimes they wouldn't even
sometimes they
pay.
don't
हाँ,
sometimes
yeah.
they don't take but great experience. Thank you so much for coming over today.
Pleasure, sir.
We're doing it once again.